This week we get a bad case of pipe fungus as we discuss the 1993 science fiction cyberpunk noir. I don't even fucking know if they knew what it was. Super Mario Brothers. And this is where I hit the sound. There it is. Sometimes it takes a second to wake up. And welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I'm your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always, the Timmy, the Axe to my, the Axe. I guess if we're going by Mario naming conventions, Tim Yobo, how you doing today, good sir?
He's muted again.
He's muted himself yet again. Wow, Tim, way to be on your mark.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I mean, I'm muting myself, sorry. I want to see some paperwork. Is he doing a Republican politician thing and just adopting this kid when he's like 20 years old or something?
It blew my mind. My wife brought up that there was a second Republican politician adopting a grown man.
First we had Nestor, and now we got the Speaker of the House adopted somebody when they were 14 years old, and he was like 22.
But Tim, we are not alone. No, we are joined once more by the woman who asked for a little head and ended up a Goomba. It's Candice.
Oh, man, this movie, man. And playing Mario Wonder and then watching this movie, man.
It makes you Mario Wonder, doesn't it?
No shit.
But it wouldn't be a Mario movie covered. No, it would not. Unless we invited longtime friend of the show, Mario aficionado, friend of the Kongs, one and all. It's Terry. How you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic, Eddie, Candice, Tim. Great to be back on the show. I'm sorry that Shane couldn't be here to make it even more fitting that we're talking about Mario.
Yeah, we're missing half the brothers.
Yeah, seriously. But he's off doing his own thing.
So if Shane's the older brother,
wings.
If Shane's the older brother, is your name Shane, and Terry Shane?
Yes, that is true.
So you're just waiting for another older brother to adopt you, I guess,
honestly,
and then give you his name twice.
They really
the reason they gave us the name McCollum was to just not get people confused.
Right. Otherwise, the Shane and the Shane McCollum. Yeah, there's just too much going on with naming and too much going on with this fucking movie.
Do you ever, with your last name of McCollum, do you ever say it like Gollum? McCollum.
I'm gonna start doing that.
You don't do that? Oh my god! Every time I hear your last name, that's what happens in my head.
And crazy considering that Shane and my other brother are both pretty big Lord of the Rings fans. I'm surprised
I can't believe they haven't done that.
Hey, you should suggest that.
I gotta grill their asses.
Hey guys, Candice came up with a really good thing we could start doing.
And then my other brother,
this off of
you. My other brother, who barely knows that Shane and I do podcasts, is just like, "What the hell are you talking about, Terry?"
Yeah. No, it's Candice. She does this podcast. You'll get to understand it. I'm going to explain this to you. It's going to take 6 hours, but I'll explain the entire context of the scenario.
No. This podcast is great. One time I went on there and told a story about a guy sending me a video of his asshole. It was a great time.
Farting.
Oh, man. Speaking of videos of an asshole farting.
All-time story.
Yeah. Super Mario Brothers. But before we get there, Candice, I've got a very important question that's been burning in my mind.
Hit me.
All week. And that is, what have you been consuming, young lady?
Nothing but video games and 90s action movies. And man, I've been so happy. So I do want to talk about a video game that I just picked up off of Game Pass called Sea of Stars. Have you heard of it?
I've seen it, yeah.
It's an old school RPG. Did you guys ever play The Messenger?
Nope.
No.
Or if I did, I don't remember it.
No, well, the Messenger is like a newer game. The Messenger came out like 5-6 years ago, something like that. It was a fantastic platformer. It was a throwback to Ninja Gaiden. And it had this like great twist in the middle of it and had this really good meta humor going on with it. And the music was fantastic. So this is from the same developers, and this is their new game, and they made an old school RPG in the vein of Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana.
Okay.
It's really good. It's beautiful, and the characters are great, and it has this sincerity, but also this tongue-in-cheek meta humor that they had in their first game. It's
interesting.
Cannot get over how gorgeous it looks with his graphics.
So does it hit like a Dragon Quest vibe then, with the kind of meta humor, goofiness mixed in with the sincerity? That's nice. That's nice. Yeah,
and it has the same. It reminded me of Tales of Arise, because when you're running around, you'll see enemies and you can fight them or you can run around them, and like you're picking up materials for cooking, because of course you camp at night and go fishing, and and I think something really bad's going to happen in the story, because everyone's all happy, and then everyone's like, "Are you okay with this?"
That's how it goes.
Oh yeah.
So yes, definitely try out Sea of Stars if you're a little curious. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Well, that's why it's good to be on Game Pass, because I never would have picked that up, but maybe I'll check it out now that you said that, Cappys. Maybe.
It was an easy sell for me. Like, I haven't played it yet. I've been meaning to, but when people said, "Oh, it's a lot like Chrono Trigger," and I'm just like, "Yep, sold."
Done. Sold. Yep.
Yeah, it kind of got buried because it came out at the same time as Starfield.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it was like, gee, which one's going to get more attention?
Well, plus, like with Baldur's Gate 3 dropping, like the RPG market is pretty...
When is that coming out? They just keep saying December.
For Xbox? I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be at least a week before Christmas. They're going to drop it, right? They're not going to drop it like the 31st or anything.
I hope
you would think so.
I know the big trouble they're running into is getting it working on the Series S without a lot of,
I don't know. Supposedly they fixed it, and I don't know, because I've read it on the internet. It was supposed to be like some major breakthrough.
The breakthrough was that they figured out some way to make the game run on like 1/3 of the graphics memory it usually runs on, which is fucking insane.
That is huge.
How they did that.
So maybe something good came out of the Xbox S.
Okay. So what else you got, Candice?
Oh, and I was going to say, in the vein of 90s action movies, if you guys haven't seen The Long Kiss Goodnight, you really need to watch that movie.
I saw that in the movie theaters.
Yep, same.
Yep, it's everyone talks about Die Hard being a Christmas action movie. Mm-hmm. No one talks about The Long Kiss Goodnight. Because this is also a Christmas, because the first time you see Gina Davis in it, she's dressed up as Mrs. Claus. Like this is, and then of course it's Rennie Harlan directing, and like, man, remember when Rennie Harlan was good? So yes, watch that, and Samuel L. Jackson, of course, being a treasure in everything that he's in.
One of his really early roles.
Yeah, this was 96, I think, is when it came out. It was quite early. So if you're in the mood for a 90s action movie, watch The Long Kiss Goodnight if you haven't seen it yet. You'll like it, I promise.
It is a really good movie.
Nice. What about you, Tim?
Not too much. I just starting a rewatch of Hannibal, because it's been a while.
The TV series?
Yeah, the TV series.
That's a good show.
Oh, yeah. I still see it, and I still, some of the stuff they're doing, I can't believe they're fucking getting away with it, because this was like NBC... Yeah. Was this a 9 o'clock or a 10 o'clock show?
I don't know.
10 o'clock, right?
It's fucking gory, though, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
They make it so beautiful that you kind of are a little detached from the fact that this is a human flesh that this has been done to.
Oh, yeah, somebody's getting speared on a fucking antler? Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when they have the
hockey.
Fungus, with the episode with like the dude who would have funguses growing out of the body.
Holy fuck, yeah.
Jeez. Well, you got plenty of mushroom people here in Mario, Tim. So,
oh wow, look at that crossover.
Yeah. So, Terry, it's been a minute since you've been on the show. Usually, we like to ask, if there's anything fun that you've been encountering in the world of media or just your life in general. So I got to ask, but what's been going on in Terryland?
Well, thankfully, no more videos of...
No more assholes farting?
No more farting videos, thank God.
You sound sad, Terry. It's like something you would mention if you wanted to pick up something.
It's like...
You're getting shadow banned on Twitter.
me mentioning it here is like my subtle way of just being like, oh, it's just been so lonely, not getting any asshole videos. Won't somebody send me?
Do you think I'm pretty in this?
But my serious answer, and keeping with the theme of this episode, I have been playing Super Mario Brothers Wonder and loving it. I just got to the last world, loving the hell out of it. But before Mario Brothers Wonder, I was very deep into Persona 5 Royal. Been playing that game for the first time, and again, fucking loving it. But
what's the difference between Persona 5 Royal and Persona 5?
They like added a couple of extra story things. I can't even remember. Like they've done that for pretty much every Persona. Like there's Persona 4 Golden is like the updated version of that. And it's like, oh, they added some things, and I don't really know what.
Wasn't Persona 4 the one that only came out on like the PSP? Or am I thinking of Shin Megami Tensei?
No, yeah, Persona 4 Golden, when that version first came out, it was a PS Vita exclusive.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was one of those handhelds, like, nobody played it because it came out on the console that nobody fucking bought.
Yeah, but, like, that's considered, like, the definitive version of that game, and now it's on consoles, which is awesome.
Yeah, you could play it on the PlayStation TV thing, too, but even less people had that. Which sucks because it was genuinely a good like streaming box on top of being able to play PlayStation Store games on it. But now I guess they're doing that PlayStation Portal thing, so we'll see how that turns out.
Man, since we're talking about video games and JRPGs, I had, I think, an epiphany about the difference between like Western RPGs and JRPGs. Because, like, I grew up with the Squaresoft RPGs, you know? And then Square Enix. Like, I was a JRPG person all the way through. And so when I encountered, like, D&D, like, Western RPGs, I'm like, I don't understand why there's so many fucking choices I have to make. I'm supposed to just play through a narrative. And so it always kind of... I never had that great affinity for Western RPGs because of the branching pathways, which is why people like you, Eddie... love those because you grew up with D&D and like the branching pathways.
Which is funny because like all of those JRPGs were inspired by Dungeons and Dragons and Western RPGs.
That was actually the whole point of JRPGs. They were just like, hey, these RPGs are big in the West. Why don't we do like a simplified version of it?
Yeah, there's very little choice in JRPGs usually.
Yeah.
The choices are usually inconsequential.
I mean, even to the point of like a lot of the enemies in the original Final Fantasy games were just straight ripped out of the monster manual from D&D. So like, it's pretty ridiculous. But that's a good point. Western RPGs, they kind of did the kitchen sink approach to it, which was like, look, you're going to want to fucking customize everything, right? That's why you had dumb shit like encumbrance, where you're like, I don't know, I can't carry any more swords.
Or the games that have those... like not personality traits, the ones where you can personalize your character like down to the blemishes and how many pores you can see on their nose. It's like, I don't have that fucking patience for that shit. I don't understand people who do.
And then you go into first person perspective and put a helmet on anyway.
You never fucking see your face.
I'm not gonna wear a helmet. I'll take the fucking hit points. I don't care.
So I gotta ask Terry, who are you maining in Mario Wonder?
Just Mario.
Me too.
Doesn't matter.
Not very original. Like I think it's cool how many characters you can play as, but I'm just like, I don't know. What am I going to play as Toad? Like,
I just feel ripped off by that damn that shopkeeper when you're trying to get the stand-ups or whatever they're called.
Those
stand-ins, and like the fact that if you get one and it's a duplicate, you don't get like a refund or anything.
Yeah.
Or some kind of refund.
Pretty big rip-off. It's a good point, Candice.
I'm so
I
pissed
smell
at that
a scam. Fucker.
Motherfucking Poplin shop.
So Terry, if Toad was played by Mojo Nixon in this game, would you then maybe play him?
Oh God. I mean, yeah. And it's not even like they don't even make him look cartoony like the rest of the characters. It's just like a very detailed, photorealistic Mojo Nixon.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would play it.
It's like the Van Damme in the new Mortal Kombat 1. It's just like, no, it's just Mojo Nixon.
That would be amazing.
Man. So I watched Suitable Flesh finally.
Oh, how'd you like it?
It was all right.
Oh, God.
Right.
You can never be enthusiastic about anything.
It's okay. I mean, like, I don't know. It's weird that they focused so much on the fucking to pass the demon because it literally like didn't need any fucking. Because
why not?
No. I mean to pass the. Otherwise, the guy fuck his son.
What?
You've never seen Suitable Flesh, Candice,
Nope.
have you?
No.
Okay.
You know, that's a good point, Eddie. I didn't even think about that until right now. Yeah. Wow, it's a whole new level of a movie, right?
Yeah. Spoiler alert: the guy fucked his son at the beginning.
I guess it's implied.
I guess so. And you know what? And that's why I don't like it. They were too cowardly to do it on screen. Half of the porn sites I go to, they're fucking their kids. Speaking of fucking nepotism in the goddamn film industry, half of these porn stars are only on there because they're fucking their step parents.
Damn right.
Pieces of shit.
Get mad. Take that message.
Nepotism and sleeping with the boss at the same time.
And quid pro quo.
That's how you get ahead, yeah.
It certainly is.
That's what happens when you go all the way down and you don't hit a page button. You just hit more related videos.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
You know what? Let's spin the old porn roulette wheel.
If they just would have phrased it a whole little different, a whole genre would have disappeared.
Yeah. Oh God! So here we are. We're hitting the bottom of the barrel of the '90s video game movies, folks, and we happened to hit upon Super Mario Brothers before Double Dragon. I think Double Dragon's the bottom of the barrel.
You think so? I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Whoa! You haven't?
No.
Ooh, Tim, have you seen it, buddy?
Nope. Why the fuck would I?
Exactly.
Couple of virgins here. What about you, Terry? Have you seen Double Dragon?
I haven't. I bought the VHS years ago, but I still haven't watched it.
My God.
I got to get on
I'm going to
that.
be busting 3 cherries at once. Well, Terry, you don't have to watch it.
But I,
Well, bust
but
a
I
cherry
will.
through his
You have
ears.
to.
Yeah.
If you want to be part of my
It's-
club, you have to do it, Terry.
We're busting your ear holes right out, buddy.
That's the
So-
initiation. As the end credits start rolling, I say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Oh, yeah, speaking of busting ear holes out, just remind me of Eddie screaming. What happened to that heart attack guy?
Yeah, Candice,
I
I was
haven't
going to
heard
ask you,
anything.
could we get an update on your heart attack guy?
Scammed.
No, I haven't heard
man,
anything.
Got scammed.
Could you, Candice, let's make it a segment for the show. I need some good, like, relaxing music or something that I could put on here. But unfortunately, I don't have anything like that. I've got the Mortal Kombat song,
Okay.
but I hardly think that's appropriate. That might have given him a heart attack, actually. So, Candice, while we're vamping here for a minute, why don't you go on Instagram and see if your heart attack guy's alive? We're just going to
Okay.
do a real quick,
Little
real
update.
quick.
Jeez.
What's a good name for the segment?
It'd be fucked up if he's alive and he didn't even like thank us for the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
that
he's
would be
alive and he
fucked
didn't
up.
thank me, and I'm gonna take all my well wishes back,
Here he is, Scott Lowry.
like the season salt.
Well, I mean, here's a picture from a hospital room.
How long ago?
Let's see. The last one, and that was August 10th.
Is it POV?
Damn.
Yeah, it's POV.
Okay. So we don't
There's
see his
nothing.
Oh,
face,
God.
right?
And then he has this, like, story he wrote called Heart Attack at 16.
Oh,
Ugh.
and there's nothing after August 10th.
Nope, nothing.
Huh. Well, anyhow,
Was there a
Super Mario
GoFundMe
Brothers.
page?
Yeah, Candice, what's your history of Super Mario Brothers?
This is my first time seeing it.
Wow, I'm shocked,
Yep.
Candice. Shocked, I tell you.
I could have a heart attack about it.
So, yeah, this passed me by when I was a kid for whatever reason, because I fucking love Mario.
Yeah.
And, I just never watched it. And growing up, everybody said this movie was terrible. And you hear so many podcasts about it. I've watched so many YouTube videos about it.
Yeah.
I just feel, and I've seen so many clips of, like, worst of, ever series. And so I feel like I've already watched it. I didn't need to. So, yeah, this was popping my cherry, was watching Mario Brothers for the first time.
Well, how about that? What about you, Tim? What's your history with this one?
Of course, same thing like Double Dragon. When this came out, why the fuck would I go see it?
Well, maybe you could learn how to pronounce the name Mario correctly.
No, I don't need to hear it twice to say it nice. I love this fucking movie. I don't know what the fuck everybody's been shitting on this goddamn. This thing again. You know what? The worst part about this movie is it's called Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
make this fucking movie like some whacked out like fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit type shit with the cast that it's got in it, everybody's good in this fucking thing doing what they're doing.
So,
I know Candice is shocked right
Candice fell out of her chair.
No, it's really, this movie isn't, if you divorce this from Mario,
Yeah.
this is a perfectly fine, like, family adventure type movie.
That's well fucking lived in. The world is fucking lived in. All those fucking people, like, underneath, doing fucking shopping and all the fucking different shops and the fucking cars and the highway. And fucking Yoshi looks fucking good today.
Oh, yeah, those are
fucking
great
special
dinosaurs.
effects. I
Oh,
couldn't
yes.
believe how fucking good it was. I'm like, is that a real fucking dinosaur? I know it's a real
9
dinosaur. but-
puppeteers to operate it.
Yes.
Well, worth it, because that...
Was it a real dinosaur, Tim? By the way, let's just go back to that for a second, bud. How high
I mean,
were
you know, not CGI and shit like that.
So Terry, famously, you and your brother Shane are the Mario brothers.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's we can all admit to that now, right?
Go back and listen to the several Grind Bin episodes where we launch into these Mario and Luigi bits that go nowhere.
Oh yeah. No. But
That's still funny, though.
I gotta ask
just-
about the truth behind the Mario Brother fanaticism. Were you two a fan of the Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah, actually. So my history is when I was like 11 years old, when I started getting really, really into retro game shit, and Shane was as well.
So Tim can feel bad when you
You
were
know, I
11
was gonna
years
say,
old.
you motherfucking whippersnapper.
When you were 11 years old, what year would that have been?
Getting in the retro
If I
game.
was-
Yeah.
I was 11. That would have been like 2008.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, eh? See,
But anyway-
slowly, time is making a fool out of us all. It's true. Yes,
Yeah.
look at that.
But anyway, I'm like 11 and Shane's like, like just started high school, and we're both like fascinated by retro game shit. Like we just like inherited our uncle's old NES. And, with unlimited internet access, we eventually found out like, hey, there was like a live action Mario movie back in the 90s. And we searched for it, and we actually watched it on YouTube way back in the day when people uploaded movies to YouTube in like
Wow.
10-minute parts, because YouTube used to have their 10-minute
Yeah, that's
upload
right.
limits.
I remember it was a
That's-
huge fucking deal when you could do more than 10 minutes at a time.
Exactly. Like, this is how far back we're going. And I remember, like, even the picture quality was shit, because I remember the way we watched it. The person who uploaded it obviously ripped it from like a letterboxed widescreen DVD, but then just stretched the image to make it fit like a square 4:3 image, because YouTube was also not widescreen back then.
True. Yeah.
And that's how we watched it, and we both just genuinely
And we
loved
liked it.
Yeah. And me and Shane were just like, this is considered a bad movie, but it's like fun and it's weird and it has its own sort of like
Yeah,
character
it's one of
to
those
it.
things, it wouldn't be considered a bad movie if it wasn't a Mario movie.
Yeah.
But please explain to me at what point this is ever an actual goddamn Mario movie. That's what's so
I'm
frustrating
wondering, is
about
this
it.
a movie, like, did Nintendo say, look, we got to get a movie out, what are scripts that are like 90% done? And how can we work the Mario Brothers into it? Or was this like a script built from the ground up for them?
This was a script built from the ground up. It wasn't adapted from anything else, yeah.
It actually has a very fascinating behind the scenes like origin.
Yeah. It's got
Yeah,
great backstory
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hurt feelings
A
involved.
lot of hurt feelings,
in
a lot
this
of
movie.
a lot of
A lot of
conflict
injuries.
a lot of conflict between people who wanted the movie to be, because it's a Mario movie, kid-friendly, family-friendly, lighthearted, comedic, and people who are just like, no, we got to make this darker and more
Because
adult.
it's the 90s and it needs to be edgy.
There needs to be
I'll tell you,
strippers.
I was kind of hoping that when she pulled the scissors out of Yoshi's neck, I thought it was going to be like a fucking artery just spurting out all over the goddamn place.
I thought she was going to put him out of his misery.
Oh God!
That's not Yoshi.
You're too expensive. We got to get rid of you quick.
They had a cut to the meme of Mario jumping off of Yoshi's back over the pit, right?
Bob Hoskins.
They should have put that. Yeah, they
jumping
should have
off
put that in the
of
movie.
That Yoshi's back.
And I'll say this for Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins, yep.
He fucking plays it all the way through. I was watching this movie, and this is the first time I'm like, I want to see, like, when's the part of the movie where at least you can see that he's like, oh, fuck, this is the kind of movie that I'm in. And just, like, kind of, like, checks out and phones it in. But he doesn't at all.
No, he's fantastic. Because him and John Leguizamo, it's because he and John Leguizamo were just drunk all throughout.
Yep. Exactly what I was about to say, Terry. It's because the bickering between the studio people and the director husband-wife duo, who the husband-wife duo wanted to make it more of an adult movie. The studio's like, no, this has got to be a kid's movie because we need to make fucking money. And Leguizamo and Hoskins are like, yeah, I fucking hate it here. I'm just going to get drunk and then show back up. Oh, we're going to jump in these dumb boot things? Whatever. Fun.
Yes.
You know, a good 1993 action star, Bob Hoskins.
What's the story with what's his fucking face?
Dennis Hopper?
Yeah, Dennis Hopper. How the fuck does he get into this movie? And he's doing it good too.
It's the if you're to believe the Internet Movie Database trivia about it, it's the opposite of Raul Julia with Street Fighter. Because here's what it says. Explaining why he did the movie, Dennis Hopper said, my 6-year-old son at the time, he's now 18. He said, Dad, I think you're probably a pretty good actor, but why did you play that terrible guy, King Koopa, in the Mario Brothers movie? And I said, well, Henry, I did that so you could have shoes. And he said, Dad, I don't need shoes that badly.
Yeah, because we've got acres and acres of
Exactly.
grassland that we can walk around on outside.
It's like that didn't happen. That's just Dennis Hopper's Tight 5 about the movie. Hey, let me tell you, my kid was just like, hey, Dad, I don't need shoes that bad. Hey,
oh. Yeah, I could just see Dennis Hopper and Rodney hanging out.
That
just
definitely
working
sounds
the
like something
material.
he would say to Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
Yeah. Yeah, he also said that it was a nightmarish, very honest, it was nightmarish. Very honestly, that movie, it was a husband and wife directing team who were both control freaks and wouldn't talk before they made decisions.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I was supposed to go down there for 5 weeks. I was there for 17.
Oh,
that is
no.
unfucking believable.
Unreal.
Isn't there like a... How do you get that in your contract where you're basically, locked in for 17 fucking weeks? If you carved out 5 weeks out of your year and all of a sudden
His
you
kid
got to be
couldn't
on the set
afford
for
shoes,
17?
Tim. His kid was walking around with fucking burlap
Dennis
sacks on his
Hopper in
feet.
93, no one knew who he was. He was forgotten.
You know, it taught that kid a lesson because his kid thought he was going to have to wait 5 weeks for a pair of shoes. He had to wait 17 fucking weeks for those shoes, and he appreciated them when he got them.
Here's the thing, too, is when you have a last name of Hopper, you better have some good shoes. You know what I mean? It's like if your last name's Shoemaker, you better have some good shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, what was Hopper getting into around 93 other than this? I don't think he had... Well, he had True Romance came out in 93, right?
Yeah.
And then Waterworld, that was 94, 95?
4 or 5, right?
Not great movie.
Somewhere
Waterworld's not a great movie, but it's big. I'm sure he made a big fucking payday on that.
That should have been his kid's comeback from,
Yeah,
well, you need shoes. Should have been, well, did you need Waterworld, you dumb son of a bitch? Again, though, both movies that I think people blow it out of proportion saying how bad this shit is. Or, Tim, I think maybe we have been, like, battle-hardened after Axum.
We've seen the real dark side of cinema.
Axum is fucking amazing.
Casual.
Is a fine movie.
I will
For
not
what
stand
it
for
is, it's
Axum
an okay
slander.
movie.
Okay, Terry, can you give me 2 lines of dialogue out of Axum?
Oh, fuck.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You could have just done 2 Your Mama jokes.
Wait a minute.
You could have just mumbled something really low.
You guys don't remember the story of Little Johnny Green? The greatest joke ever told?
Oh, God.
Please, no more of those jokes.
Yeah, no more jokes, Candice?
No.
So, starring Bob Hoskins as Mario. Now, again, This had to just been a joke with the crew. They're like, "Hey, let's call him Mario." Cool. Then who are you going to cast?
Nintendo didn't knock it down with it. Like, that's got to be his name.
So insane to me. Like, this movie burned Nintendo so hard. They never let anyone outside of their main studios use any of their IP for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
30 exactly.
Yeah, 30 exactly. Yeah.
So then you got John Leguizamo. So we have a bloody buddy here, technically. Because he was in the menu, which was a bonus episode, playing Luigi Mario. That's right, John Leguizamo. Which he was adopted. He was adopted Mario. It's fine, you know. Again, though, weird casting. Like, I get Bob Hoskins, right?
Because if you want, like, an old
have somebody
rough...
for the kids now. Yeah.
Was John Leguizamo big with the kids?
Was he popping off in
studio
93?
people must have thought so, right?
Yeah, because I was I was a kid at the time. I was 8 when this movie came out. I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Oh, Candice, come on. It was 1993. He had just been in Carlito's Way.
Never watched it.
He was, you know what? He wasn't yet into Wong Fu. Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar.
That's the movie I knew him
his
from.
Best role.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I first heard of this movie, the only reason I knew who John Leguizamo was is because he does the voice in the Ice Age movies.
Oh, yeah.
So as a kid, I'm just like,
wow, Sid the Sloth plays Luigi?
See, I remembered him from Spawn.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Well, that was after.
Well, yeah. I didn't watch the Mario movie when it first came out. I watched
Didn't
it
that
much
kind of
later.
kill his career for a long time?
Spawn?
Yeah.
You know we're going to have to cover that movie. We're going to have to cover that movie.
97, yeah. We're going to have to. Yeah, he really didn't do too much until... wait, he was in that Romeo and Juliet movie, wasn't he?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
The remake with Leonardo and Claire Danes?
Well, when did The Pest come out? Because that was probably the first
Pest
movie.
was 93.
Okay, so yeah, I did know who John Leguizamo was.
A great fucking movie.
Oh, no, 97. My bad.
Okay.
97.
Then it was To Wong Fu.
How did that come out in 97? The Pest should have came out in like 92.
Oh, it was.
Maybe it was made in 92.
You know how it was behind its time. You know, they say something before its time. The Pest was behind its time.
Literally, the last like big theater release he did before Super Mario Brothers was Whispers in the Dark.
I don't even know what that is.
The fuck is that? That sounds like a Lifetime movie or something.
Nah. Christopher Crowe wrote and directed it. It's a sexy, kinky thriller.
Go on.
From the 90s.
With John Leguizamo?
Yeah. John Leguizamo.
Come on, Candice. You saw him in Romeo and Juliet.
And Alan Alda.
Yeah, John Leguizamo's a good-looking dude. That's why I'm like, please go.
Alan
Like, who does he play?
Yeah.
Mashes Alan Alda.
Yeah, Alan Alda's in it too.
Wow.
Okay, never mind.
See him getting down. Yeah.
So Dennis
legend.
Hopper plays King Koopa, and boy howdy, how the mighty have fallen. I mean, since Raul Julia is Bison.
He's also playing a character remarkably similar to his character in Land of the Dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Is Kaufman?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite scenes in Land of the Dead, and I've probably brought it up before, is when the zombies finally break into the big place they're living in, and he's got his limo driver down in the basement. They're getting into the limo. The zombies bust in, and the limo driver just runs off. Bye, Mr. James. He's fucking out of there. That was the best shit, dude. Oh, he was in The Crow Wicked Prayer, too. That's right.
Oh.
So he's been in some good stuff.
Oof. Yeah.
I guess his
quite.
kids needed hats or something. I don't know what was going on there. Samantha Mathis is Daisy. Wait a minute. Why is Daisy?
Yeah,
in
exactly.
this?
And why
I
does
kept thinking her
Daisy
name
look
was
like
April for the strangest reason.
Why does Daisy look like Peach?
It's a good point. So, Tim.
Yes.
Do you know where Daisy, Princess Daisy, got her start? The Mario games.
Well, with the way that you're talking, I'm going to say like Mario 3 or 4, like really late.
I could give you partial credit on that. Weird you would call 3 and 4. First of all, there wasn't a 4. But
Well.
weird you would call 3 really late.
That's why I was laughing.
Well, I mean, compared to like the beginning of the game where she's not in the first game, right?
That's true. Yep, she's not in
so
Mario
late
Brothers.
in the series of video games, she's a character, and they have her as the main character in this movie.
Okay.
Which is like the
Candice,
origin of the Mario Brothers.
There's Tim's guess. Candice, you probably know, right?
I don't actually.
Oh, really?
I don't.
Terry, you got this one, right?
This is probably a trick question.
No.
Was it a Game Boy game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
was it?
That was going to be my first fucking guess. It was like Super Mario Land, right?
Yep, you were right.
Yep.
Exactly. Super Mario Land. So the Game Boy, they couldn't even afford the console princess for this movie. They had to get
That's
the Game Boy
right.
princess.
Yeah, because she turns into a fly and like hops away. Yep.
Fisher Stevens is Iggy Koopa, not doing brown face for once, so that's a
That's
plus.
good. He's doing Dino Face.
Yo, him and Skinny Punisher dude are fucking killing
Spike?
it in this movie.
Yeah. Richard Edson plays Spike Koopa. You might remember him as one of the garage attendants from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Or a million other things, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Strange Days also.
Oh God.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie.
What?
It was a good movie.
In my notes,
Oh wait, no.
What do you mean, Candice?
Never mind. I was
Hold
thinking
on.
of a different movie. Never mind.
What movie were you thinking about?
Strangeland.
She was,
Okay.
Oh.
That's why I was like, what?
Thanks for putting that in Andy's head.
oh my God. Can I tell you, I just saw some people on Twitter that just discovered Strangeland. Like,
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about the other people on Twitter just discovered.
no.
Yeah, okay.
No, just like Terry discovered Super Mario Brothers in 2010 or
Yeah,
whatever.
they get into retro horror movies. They're watching
Yeah.
Strangeland.
Yeah.
They're going
They
old
found
school.
They found it, and I'm not going to throw shade on who it is specifically, but they're a semi well-known horror podcast on Twitter, and they're like, guys, this is a really good movie. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh God.
Wow.
I fell down, Tim. True
Did you
story.
break your
I
hip?
fell down. I should have, yeah.
Did you fall and you couldn't get up?
No. I can always get up. That's not a problem. Fiona Shaw plays Lena.
Who the fuck
And
is
the
Lena?
crowd said, who?
Lena is the Gillian Anderson stand-in.
yeah, she's the henchwoman. I guess I don't know.
No, I'm
Yeah,
I
I
just in Mario in the Mario games. Who the fuck is Lena?
Oh, you don't remember Lena?
I was getting to think, because especially with the haircut, it looked like maybe she's supposed to represent kind of like some fucking dinosaur that had a horn on his fucking head or something like that, with the way her hair was always done up.
My
But they
uncle
had a
works at
big
So-
Bertha. Who's Lena?
My uncle works at Nintendo. He said if you beat Super Mario World, you can see Lena naked. I swear to God.
She's also the aunt from Harry Potter.
That's how he got you and your brother to leave him alone for 6 hours while he was drinking, watching Monday Night Football.
Why not just call her Wendy?
Wendy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy
Oh, yeah.
Koopa.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, why
Candice.
Lena? Why Lena?
I mean, if you've already got Iggy, who's one of the Koopa
Yeah.
kids, why not Wendy?
I felt so dumb
And where's
going back to
Ludwig?
Iggy.
Where's the love for Ludwig?
It takes a few scenes before Iggy and Spike are referred to by name, but I vaguely remember them being in the movie. So in my notes, for like the first half of my notes, I'm just like, so in this scene, Iggy and Lemmy are chasing down Daisy,
Iggy and Lemmy.
and then they're like, oh, Iggy and Spike. Oh, fuck you, movie.
Yeah. No, they just got to fuck everything up, including Mojo Nixon as Toad,
That was supposed to be Toad.
who was just a guy with weird hair.
It didn't even look like a mushroom pattern on his head. To like try to make it look like the mushroom hat, you know?
No.
To me, he looked like Perez Hilton.
He did. He did look like Perez Hilton.
A little bit, yeah. You mean before or after the de-evolution?
Before.
Nintendo really went fucking hardcore. They got Perez Hilton to star in the movie.
You know, I guess it kind of makes sense that they made Toad a musician in this movie, because I remember there was this clip from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show where Toad puts on a pair of sunglasses and he says, "Time to rock and roll!"
Yeah, that was a nod to that. You're right, Terry.
Yeah.
And it all ties in. Yeah.
Everybody
Makes
everybody
sense.
knows how much Toad
all very
loves to
carefully.
sing and plays music all the time.
It's all
That's what
very
he's-
carefully thought out.
Yeah, that's what he's famous for.
Exactly. Yeah, there's
He's
no
the Toad
inconsistencies in the universe. It's much like that show Supernatural, right, Candice?
I don't know what you're referring to. I don't understand what inconsistencies you're referring to. Alleged inconsistencies.
There's a massive inconsistency in Supernatural.
There's a massive inconsistency in your hosting skills.
That is not true.
Wow. Shots fired. Oh. Look, the podcast is going to explode all over fucking Supernatural.
3 years I've yet to miss an episode, Candice.
I haven't missed an episode.
3 years.
Wait, it's still on?
Yeah.
The show that you both are fucking talking about is still on?
No, the podcast.
Oh.
Supernatural. How many seasons that fucking thing go
Like
for? 100?
14, I think.
Ugh, and each season's like 90 episodes, and they're all terrible. God. I'll give you the inconsistency.
How do you get 90 episodes?
A lot of filler.
It's a soap opera. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people turning heel out of nowhere.
Yeah. 30 episodes. Don't say turning heel. 30 episodes, and nothing changes narratively.
Look, I've picked
through
up
the
some
entire
lingo.
fucking thing.
I'm hip.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Being into wrestling is not hip.
I'm not into wrestling. I just know that term, and this is an appropriate moment to use that term.
Did you just learn about that term, and that's why you're trying to work it into a conversation?
No, after listening to the Grind Bin for so long, that's actually part of my repertoire now.
Cultural osmosis. There you go.
All right, yeah. You got an out.
Thank you, Bobby,
Tim,
for teaching me about wrestling without teaching me about wrestling.
Tim, we got Gianni Russo playing Anthony Scapelli. I fucking love this guy.
He's great. Not Scapelli.
Was the Mafia in any of the games?
No.
Even like on the Game Boys or anything?
They were in Nintendo.
Oh yeah, they did that one episode. That one, I think it was Mario v Yakuza. It was a crazy game, man. Let me tell you.
I don't know what you guys are talking
lost a
about.
couple of fingers.
Mario Yakuza, like a mushroom.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. When I first beat Super Mario 64, I unlocked the secret ending where you get to see Scapelli fully nude.
Oh man. Then you've got Francesca P. Roberts, who plays Big Bertha. Sorry. She's fantastic.
Stellar performance.
But, this kind of casting is always fun. They do it. And then, okay, this one I got to call them out for on either Internet Movie Database or just the writers. Lance Henriksen is King Bowser. But he's not King Bowser.
No.
Bowser and Koopa are the same What the fuck are they doing?
They're mixing timelines up. This is the multiverse of Mario.
This movie,
Bowser, famous for being Daisy's father.
The fucking people who wrote it and directed it. It's like, did they even attempt to look at the source material? Like, did they
That's
even?
why I asked
like,
if this was in a movie.
Like, did they walk by like a stand of TVs and someone happened to be playing one at some point? Because
Did they
it's
even
like
test this shitty movie
like,
before they released it?
It's like they just heard the names and built a story on it.
Yeah, that's why I was certain this was a movie that was like on the shelf for a while and it couldn't get made. And like, you know what? All right, we can work some dinosaur shit into it and some mushroom shit. But to have this thing written from the ground up and have such little, because I'm by no means a fucking Super Mario freak or fanatic or anything like that, but even I'm like, this has got fucking nothing all to do with the game except for the fucking names, and they jump a couple of times.
Yeah, and it's not even Mario that jumps first.
Yeah, the fireball, yeah.
And then there's the Bob-omb.
Oh, God.
The Bullet Bill.
Yeah, they were very just the most haphazard slapdash, like minuscule gesture towards the source material.
Yeah,
like this
movie.
This movie missed the mark harder than I've ever seen before, ever.
Yeah. So the story in this one goes that 65 million years ago, right? Which to you, young Earth creationists, just pretend that's 5,999 years ago.
I have written down a couple of points. This movie's taking jabs at those people a little bit.
It kind of is, yeah. So a comet strikes the Earth, right? And it kills all of the dinosaurs. That's the popular lie you've all been told. In reality, the lizard people live underground and they control our culture. Oh no! Wait, that's not David.
Sometimes they have, sometimes they have bases on the moon too, right?
Yeah. Oh, and dolphin DNA for super soldiers.
Nah, so yeah,
the meteor crashed and turned all the frogs gay.
So then they couldn't reproduce. That's why King Koopa had to go in there and start his de-evolution thing. Okay. So no, then basically we're to believe that they were set into a parallel universe to ours that also exists underground, I guess.
Well, it's not underground in our universe. It's in another universe, and it's also underground.
But I guess it's underground because the above ground got too destroyed.
Daisy,
it's
because Daisy burrows into it, though.
It's like the old New York from Futurama.
That's true. It is. It's actually physically underground, but in a different dimension under our Earth. At the same time, like if you were in our dimension, it would be just rock. But if you're in their dimension, then it's their underground.
Are we gonna figure out the fucking interdimensional fucking theories of Super Mario Brothers?
No.
Where they fucking named them Mario?
So
that kind of thought was put into it.
Oh, you know what? I bet the people who were writing this got one of them warp flowers from Mario Wonder. And they're like, we'll do an alternate dimension or something.
Does that flower annoy you guys?
No.
It doesn't annoy me either. People are like, oh my god, that flower just talks too much. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Get past that point. Get good.
Yeah.
Tell them to calm down. What the fuck's wrong with these people's lives? They get so pissed off at this.
I know, exactly. They get so mad at a fucking flower in a Mario game that talks too much.
Is it a woke flower? Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that what it
flower.
is?
Does the flower have
It's a sunflower,
Welcome. When you're about to beat the level, it just keeps telling you trans rights or human rights.
They keep saying they, them over and over.
What pronouns does that flower have?
Wait, what kind of flower are you?
Oh, God. So, Daisy is an archaeologist.
Wait, is she an archaeologist or a paleontologist?
Well, paleontologist, I suppose. Because apparently where they were blowing up just part of New York.
Right next to the Brooklyn Bridge.
They discovered dinosaur bones. Yeah, they discovered dinosaur bones under the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, Tim, you're a New Yorker.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You think you find some dinosaur bones under there?
I don't think we have dinosaurs here. I mean, we probably did a long time ago, but I think they all went west when they had to die.
Yeah, well, Tim famously was curious if the Yoshi puppet was a real dinosaur. So I don't know.
I just meant not CGI, but go ahead, have your fun.
No, it was real. It was practical. So then we get Daisy's backstory is someone dropped an egg off at a church.
Wait, she's from the egg, right?
Yes.
Who's the one dropping it off?
Because it looks just like her.
No, that lady looked like kind of big wearing that fucking cape, right?
Maybe that's Petunia?
No, it's Pauline.
Pauline, there you go.
There we go. We got it.
Oh, no, it's, what's her name? The space bitch, Rosalina.
Space bitch.
Famous Nintendo character, Space Bitch.
Yeah. Tim, you never played Mario. Of course you never played Mario Galaxy. You think 3 is brand new. So then I just have like, okay, you're telling me the church is going to hatch a baby out of an egg and they're not going to have any problems with that?
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking they're going to kill it with a bunch of crucifixes as soon as that egg starts to hatch.
Yeah. Well, thank God it was a female. Otherwise, it'd get fucking diddled.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Well, what I was thinking is like, that's really fucked up thing to do. Leave that fucking kid at the fire department. Don't leave it at a fucking nunnery.
Yeah.
You're condemning that kid one way or the other for the rest of their lives.
Whatever you do, don't let Tim find it. He'd be like, hey, free omelet.
That would sound like shit. You want a Flintstone egg?
You just see like Tim would bend over and pick it up and the credits start rolling.
I just stick
drop
it
it
on
off.
my duster and walk away with it.
They drop it off at a church in like Chinatown. It just ends up as Egg Foo Young.
Very young.
Egg Foo, very, very young. Yeah, no, instead she comes out with weird, like, seaweed-looking shit after birth in her, like, egg with her. The noodly fungus, man. I got a lot of problems with all the fungus.
Oh, it's so gross. And plus it's like mucusy sometimes.
Yep. Very slime mold. No
Her
thanks.
father.
So then we get introduced to our heroes, Mario and Luigi. And, well, they're in this shitty apartment. They've got a bunch of toilet plungers like on a rifle rack.
Oh yeah, they're so proud of being plumbers. Like this is their trade. This is their calling. The way they talk about their tools, their mise en place, you know, with their wrenches and stuff. I mean, hey, they love their jobs.
I gotta say, for Two Brothers plumbing outfit, they got a pretty nice apartment.
I was gonna say they
That
don't.
does look nice.
Plumbers make a lot of fucking money. They should be rich, especially if it's the two of them. And he's got some kind of scam going on with this kid where he's getting like fucking offing money every month from the fucking government taking care of him.
It surprised me how much of this movie was in the new Mario movie. The fact that they're two brothers that are trying to run a plumbing business, but there's a rival company that's
brothers.
like, hey, they're plumbing brothers. But to have a rival company that's taking all their, work.
My favorite part of the new Mario Brothers movie was all the strippers. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that was a good part for sure.
They're not so
going back to
they're not so shy guys.
Yeah, that's right. They're getting squeezed out by the mob in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, conceptually they should be making good money because they're plumbers, but because this is a 90s movie, the setup always has to be, oh man, our rent's 3 months overdue.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How many 90s movies are there where it's two male protagonists and it's just, oh man, our rent's overdue. What are we going to do?
You complaining,
Dude, there was a
Terry?
whole fucking play about that.
This movie, Dirty Work, Basketball, I can think of like millions
You're
of them.
naming
I'm not, like,
brilliant movies.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
those
great
are all
movies.
brilliant. Yeah.
They're all brilliant, but it's just so funny how that's just like, that was just so often like the thing in 90s movies. It's like, oh, it's a couple of slackers.
They also had like bosom buddies, right?
Yeah.
My wife just discovered that exists. She's like, holy shit, Tom Hanks is in it?
Tom Hanks,
like,
who was originally supposed to be Luigi.
You would have been a good
He's too
Luigi.
tall.
Luigi's tall, Tim.
They were going to make him Luigi, but they didn't because I guess at that specific point in time, like he had a couple of movies that were box office failures, and they were just like, oh man, this Tom Hanks guy, he is done.
Yeah,
He was in Philadelphia. Don't put him in the Mario movie.
He didn't have that Leguizamo name recognition.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, not
he
with
didn't
the
have that
kids,
star power. It's probably a good thing because now the QAnon people want to kill Tom Hanks.
Oh,
So,
no.
Still, right?
Yeah, they hate him.
Why?
It's about time.
Well, no, they think he's not real. I don't know. Tim, you know more about this than I do.
I think it has something to do with, I think he is doing something with kids. I think that's what they're saying about him.
You know what it is?
Hollywood
They
has
saw
covered for him all this time and built him up the persona of the nicest guy in Hollywood because, of course, you would never suspect the nicest guy of Hollywood of doing anything at all like that. And it's usually when they say something about it's not him, it's they talk about like the ears are different after like a 25-year different picture.
So if you become a pedophile, your ears change?
No. What usually with QAnon is when they say somebody is like fake or like a clone. How they prove it is the ears don't match up. Like, here's a picture of Joe Biden from 1973. Look at his ears. And now look at it compared to today. They don't match.
You could literally get a haircut or just change your
You know that your ears and nose don't stop growing as you grow older.
Yes.
So they're going to change.
I know. But the QAnon people, they're like the flat earth motherfuckers. They'll keep going no matter what you say to them.
Yeah. You know what
look
I
at his
think it
nose
is?
then.
They saw Castaway and they figured, oh, he's got an island. You know what they do on islands, right?
Wilson's.
Yeah.
They
When was that
Epstein.
basketball made?
Oh. Yeah. Can that basketball or volleyball? Can that volleyball consent to this? So, okay. Then, yeah, we cut to the Scapelli brothers, and they get to the gig before the Mario brothers do. So, they get
what
pissed
I didn't
off.
understand
Is
about
that how it works?
Yeah, what I didn't understand is, are the Scapelli brothers the landowners of where the dig is happening, or are they a rival plumbing company?
Yeah.
They're both. And that's what confused me.
Yeah.
What, is it like a 911 call going out and like the first plumber that gets there gets the job?
Oh, bid out every job.
Yeah,
I should do that.
I always laugh out loud at that part. It's like, oh man, Scapelli beat us to it.
Yeah. It's like exactly. Like they call a dispatch. And the dispatch is like, I guess we'll give this to the
Whoever gets there
Marios
first.
this time.
Next time I order a pizza, I'm just going to order pizzas from several different places. Whoever gets there first gets my money.
And this is exactly what happens
DoorDash,
in the beginning of the new Super Mario Brothers movie. Is they get a customer and they're racing and like driving crazy to get to the customer, and then the Scapellis beat him. It's the exact same thing. It's weird.
So the Scapellis, we find out they're pissed that these college kids are digging up a bunch of dinosaur bones on their job site. And as we're watching this all go down, we see these two dickheads, Spike and Iggy. And I'll give them credit for the acting on this because they're behaving like they don't belong in a human body.
Like I said, they're one of the best parts of the movie. Their chemistry together really works out.
Yeah.
And that's Fisher Stevens I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Did Fisher Stevens do something bad?
Married to P.A. Chuck and Michelle Pfeiffer.
So Fisher Stevens, Candice, was in a movie called Short Circuit 2.
Never saw it.
You don't know?
Okay.
You don't know this?
I don't know what you're talking about, no.
Okay, hold on here. I'm going to give you the names of two characters, and I want you to tell me which one you think Fisher Stevens played.
Okay.
Okay?
Don't make one of the robot.
Fred Ritter, right? Or Ben Jibatuya.
I get the feeling that he played Gentle Ben.
Yeah, and went a little heavy on the makeup.
Oh no, he rouged too much.
A little heavy on the dark makeup. Yeah, he went like a Pakistani face.
Oh, so he was kind of doing the raccoon eyes, but it took over the entire face.
He did the accent.
No.
He went full Packy.
Yep.
Oh.
So it's kind of nice seeing him playing a lizard. I guess it's a good change of pace, of racist pace. So
there's not enough people talking about the dinosaurs, though. So he got away with it.
That's true. That's true. Because then they'd have to admit they're lizard people to be offended, Tim. It's a real catch-22.
Got him.
Oh, that's how we're going to catch out all the Illuminati people.
Just spread vicious lies about them when they try to deny it.
Yeah. Hey, man, all of these fucking weird... the Illuminati people, they all run the world. Not only that, but I heard that they all secretly sniff their own farts.
They eat their own farts.
Yeah, because they're doo-doo babies.
Yeah, just make it uncool.
We caught you.
I can't believe QAnon hasn't figured this out. It's so easy.
It really is. You know what? I'll float that theory to them. See if they. No, I don't want to fucking instigate with those assholes.
No, they're not known for their smart, good ideas. So.
They'll game stalk you.
Not really. Right? Yeah, they're also not known for letting shit go.
They're still certain that JFK Jr. is going to come back and be Donald Trump's vice president. So.
Oh man. How much fun. So, yeah, Luigi and first of all, Luigi loves paranormal shit. So he's a real Candice.
Hell yeah, he's reading Weekly
Watching
World
all
News.
These shows. Yeah.
That was the good shit.
Talking to Mario about alternate dimensions. Yeah. Bat Boy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so on the way back from potentially getting the gig, Mario and Luigi break down in their van. Mario stumbles into a bodega to get some water for it, while Luigi tries to fuck Daisy, who's on the phone. Because she's being tailed by Spike and Iggy, so she's like trying to fucking get away from these two potential rapists. And I get it. Just gotta say. So Mario comes out of the fucking bodega pissed. He's like, $3? Everybody got fucking tap water. What the? And I'm like, wow, this is just Tim.
$7.86.
Yeah?
That's how much that bottle of water would cost today with inflation.
Because that's a really big bottle of water. That's like one of those gigantic Life Waters.
Yep.
Fancy water.
Yeah, the one with all
it's like a 1 liter Evian, yeah.
Oh my god.
And that time, Evian was the shit.
It kills me. It kills me that people actually believe that there's any difference in those waters. Like, when they're like, oh, this has to get rid of the free radicals. I'm like, can you define free radicals for me? Can you explain to me what a free radical is and how drinking this specific water could do anything or interact with it in any way?
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm lucky. I live in New York. We got the best drinking water.
This is ionized water. It's like, please explain to me why ions have anything to do with the process of your body, getting water. God, fucking pisses me off.
Penn and Teller did a whole thing on that. I think in one of the episodes of Bullshit, right?
Yeah, on how water is bullshit. Yeah, they had
everything was from a garden hose in the back.
Yeah, they had a weird, like, fancy water tasting pop-up that they set up, and everybody's like, oh, this is really good. My favorite was the best one they called Agua de Culo, and nobody fucking knew what that meant, because they're all idiots.
It's just the right amount of cold. I like it.
If you drink the anti-free radical water, do you know it never have to listen to the band, the Free Radicals, again, Candice?
I don't even know what that band is.
Alrighty. So
thank you for Radical Water. That's how I don't know. They've been keeping them away.
It does.
Here you claim it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You've never listened to the Texas-based jazz band, the Free Radicals. So how about that? So, all right, they give Daisy a ride back to work because they're like, listen, we don't want you to get raped out here either. And Mario starts doing the Roxanne coaching Luigi on how to get a date, which very uncomfortable.
I mean, no, I think it's cute though, like the interaction between Daisy and Luigi, because Luigi's like stumbling over his words and kind of just making a mess of things, and Daisy's like, okay, I gotta go now, and then his big brother's like giving him tips. Kind of like what my brother's trying to say here is, I thought it was cute. Yeah. I honestly thought that the kind of budding romance between Luigi and Daisy was cute.
I agree. It was like, it had its charm. Luigi being like the awkward guy, Mario coming up being the
Eddie and
kid.
Tim are dead inside. They see romance, cute little meet cutes like this, and they're like, ugh.
I just wonder how far it goes. Like, when he's about to fuck her, does Mario pop his head and be like, hey, eat her pussy for a minute?
He positions it for him.
One up. Hit that G-spot. One up.
Is that like when you get the turtle shell on the bottom of the steps up to the flag? Until you get like the ice cube number names.
Yeah, the infinite one-up glitch. And then Mario just comes popping in there with Flood. He's like, look, man, I got this. Tim, that was a Mario Sunshine reference. Flood was a water jet that Mario used.
I'm pretty sure the last Mario game I played was on Nintendo 64.
In the end, he says, was I of assistance?
So it works though, because they takes her out to dinner, and then we find out that both of them were orphans, so they have that in common, dead parents. Mm-hmm. That's a good turn on, right?
Your parents are dead. Oh Mario my god, so are mine.
Yeah, we should have sex. So Mario's like, hey, me and the missus, we're gonna go ahead and drive back home. Why don't you walk Daisy back home? And I just have, how does he know, like, how far away that is?
Yeah, you could ride in the cab together.
Good point.
Pay for a cab like a gentleman.
Luigi don't got cab money.
Oh, come on, it's his first date.
You'd have to stomp on
you don't
like
think
9
Mario
to get those coins.
No.
He picked up the bill.
Yeah, but he's gonna,
about?
Or at least Daniela's gonna give him a little pocket money.
That's true. Danielle seemed pretty dope.
She's a stand-up broad, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
She's no girl from Queens, but she's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and all the New York accents. Tim, you had to feel like right at home.
It was funny, and the chick who always was smoking a cigarette, even in another fucking dimension.
Where was she getting the cigarettes?
I'm like, all of a sudden, hold on to those, sister, because those are going to be fucking really valuable pretty soon. Just hold off a little bit on them. Yeah.
Jesus, Tim, I saw a pack of cigarettes for sale because I haven't smoked in forever.
How much?
Holy shit, Tim! It was a pack of just Marlboros, which are usually
Marlboro
expensive.
Reds, right?
Yeah, it was $11.95.
$11.99
soft pack.
Oh, soft pack.
$11.99.
Yeah,
for one soft pack.
It's crazy.
When I stopped smoking about 5, maybe 6 years ago now, they were not on the black market where I was getting them from, but like regular store, they were probably $15 to $16 then. I don't even want to think what they are fucking now. They gotta be, oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you got that New York tax, though.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny, though? Yeah, it's weird because now that you mention it, it's been a while since I've heard them raising the tax on cigarettes. Because there was a time there in New York where they were doing it like pretty much every 2 years. They were raising it by 7 or 8%.
Yeah, nobody smokes cigarettes now. They're
Have
all
you
smoking
seen the
fucking
new
vape.
signs?
They're all vaping, yeah.
Have you seen the new signs that the court has ordered Philip Morris to put up where they sell their cigarettes? It's like this gigantic sign that says, the U.S. Supreme Court has ordered us to say that cigarettes kill 48,000 Americans a year and it's all our fault. Basically what it's
Good. Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Look, I wanted to say something like that about car makers, but if you find a car company that knew the cars that they were making were fucking killing people left and right, and they spent all their money instead of
it's called Pinto.
not doing that, covering it up like the cigarette companies did, fuck them, yeah.
It's called the Corvair. So, yeah, he walks her back to her place, and they have a nice fun talk about how there's iridium there, so that means that a meteor struck the Earth, because I guess iridium doesn't exist on Earth in the dimension of Super Mario Brothers.
Well, my point was, are you allowed to do this on a date? Just take your fucking date to the
your
fucking
job?
archaeology dig? Just walk around? Maybe he steps on a fucking T-Rex's fucking skull and breaks the fucking thing into an extra 80 billion fucking pieces or something.
Yeah, that would be a lot of pieces, man. That'd take a long time to clean
65
up.
million pieces.
How strong is his foot?
Well, he's got those boots.
Yes, he's got one of the Kokori boots from what world was that in Mario 3? The boot you hop into and you bounce all over.
Oh, that thing was great.
Yeah.
That's the second best power up in Mario. I got to go with the Hammer Brothers suit though.
Is the best.
Oh, hell yeah.
And in that Mario game, in Mario 3. But what do you think altogether is the best power up? Well, we'll go to you first, Tim. Best power up in a Mario game.
Yeah, they're asking the wrong person because, like I said, the last thing I remember is
that's why I went to you.
getting big, eating a mushroom.
All right, so Tim says the mushroom's the best power up. What about you, Candice?
The cape, the Tanuki cape in Super Mario World.
The Tanuki
Yeah,
cape?
well, it's just the cape in Super Mario World where you
So
could
there's the
just
cape
fly.
and there's the Tanuki suit.
But yeah,
So-
but when you
Wow, Candice.
yeah, but it gives you a raccoon tail and raccoon ears.
That's true. Okay. So the feather.
Yeah, the
then,
feather.
is what
Yeah,
you're
because
saying.
you could fly all the way
Gotcha.
across the screen and no one could touch you if you were good enough at it.
That's true.
Yeah, that was going to be
Why
my
does that sound
answer, too.
vaguely familiar to me? What system was that on?
SNES.
It was Mario
Super
3.
Nintendo. Yeah.
No,
Mario-
No, so you know what? I probably did play because, like I said,
Oh, wait, what are we
the last
talking
one I
about?
played was
Terry-
Nintendo 64. Yeah.
No, we're talking about any Mario game here.
Okay.
Jerry.
Okay.
And any of them. And Candice, I think you're thinking of the P-Wing from Mario 3.
Was that what it's called? The P-Wing?
That's the one that just had unlimited flight
yeah.
with it.
Like, if you were good enough and didn't touch the ground, you could fly past every single obstacle and just hit the end of the game.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my pick
Yeah, this
was
was-
the regular leaf, raccoon power up. I like that one a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't the most powerful, but it
Man,
was fun.
I didn't find
That's
out
for damn
until 10 years ago that the Tanuki suit could turn into, a stone statue if you hit one of a different button.
Yeah, you hit
Did
down
not know that
the-
until 10
the
years ago.
Run button. Huh. Yeah, and then you're invincible. Nothing can,
Played that game
nothing can hurt you
so
while
many
you're
fucking
stoned.
times and somehow never did that.
So, on the way, the Spike and Iggy kidnap Mario's girl. Oh, but I like that before, too. They, when she tells fucking Daisy that she should go tan. That's nice. So, yeah, they kidnap Mario's girl on the way to fucking follow him. While Luigi and Daisy go into this cave, they're looking in the bones. Luigi's trying to lay it down, trying to, get some pussy here. But then fucking the Scapellis flood the place, these sons of bitches. Fucking cock blockers,
Wrong
man.
flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Usually
by the
with
way,
the mafia is like a fire.
I like the subtle hint at her origin. After we saw her born from an egg, is that she says that she's very comfortable underground.
Yeah, and plus she's a paleontologist, so she loves dinosaurs.
Yeah. Plus, she was born from an egg.
I still don't get it.
So, I guess technically we all were.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, when you really think about it. So he's like, oh shit, this whole place is gonna flood. And I also like that the Scapellis that sabotage the place are wearing Scapelli shirts.
Well,
That's a good touch.
Always be advertising, man. Come on, you never know when you're going to pick up a job.
Oh, that's a good point, Tim. So you think that they were running out in case somebody saw them outside, and then they're like, "Hey, this place is flooded. Does anybody see any plumbers
do
in
that
the
shit.
vicinity?"
Yeah, get in your truck, drive around the block, show up, and go, "Hey, look, we're the first plumbers here." Right? It's like what the old fire departments used to do. They used to set fires so they could put them out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Munchausen's by proxy, but for plumbers. It's
just
perfect.
keep doing it at the government building, so you know you're going to get paid, right?
That's true. Yeah. So then we get this. He calls up Mario. Luigi does, to come and help, and we get this high tension plumbing scene.
Yeah,
that we were all waiting for.
There's more than one of them too.
Yeah. I just imagine that, like, in their head, the video games were just a bunch of quick time events while you're trying to fix, like, pipes and shit.
This is what's really happening.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The game makes as much sense as the fucking movie, so who cares? So they fix the pipes finally. And as they're doing this, though, Spike and Iggy kidnap Daisy and then knock the boys out with a pipe. Just wham, back of the head. And they wake up in Koopa Land, or they wake up underground still. That's right. They follow Daisy's screeching to find Koopa Land.
Yeah.
By, like, going through a warp zone, I guess.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
The wonderful CGI portal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's just like... You remember that from the Mario games.
Yeah, the sand portal with the screaming face.
Yeah. He just walks through a wall.
It would have been really funny, though, if Luigi was all like, hey, look, there's a potion underneath this radish stem. And then he threw it on the ground and a door appeared. Then they go to the dark world.
Yep.
And maybe you could have that mask guy chase him for the key. You know? That'd be a fun game. It's a fun movie. Oh, God.
I just like, I already went through that whole thing. I remember it was just like completely silent. And I'm like, you know what? I got an excuse. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about at all, but you two should.
Yeah, because it's like the least popular Mario.
Yeah, Mario 2. Doki Doki Panic. Tim.
That's right, yeah.
So they go to Koopa Land, and then it's just the place is a fucking mess, right? But like you said, though, Tim, it feels so lived in.
Yeah, this was...
It's really, it's a real fucking place.
Yeah, if you were just watching this as, this is just a children's movie, a children's adventure film, and it had nothing to do with Mario, and this is what was happening, you'd be like, man, this is cool. Like, look how good this looks.
Yeah, because it's directed very well. The special effects are fucking great in this movie.
Oh, yeah, they're very good.
There's nothing in this thing that looks really fucking bad.
Except for the CG.
At all like
Oh,
this. Yeah, still, I mean, considering when it came out and how little it's used, right?
Yeah, they're pretty brief.
Yeah, it's 95 CGI. Like, there wasn't a ton of good going on.
No, this is 93 CGI.
93, that's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Spawn came out, 4 years later? Who did it better?
Around that, yeah. Yeah. But no, I love they don't have a ton of like space to work with, you can tell, so they just pack this one street area.
I was reading that they filmed it like in an abandoned cement factory or something.
That makes sense
yeah.
with all of the like fucking weird devices all over and all the gravel.
It looks that would explain why it looks so industrial.
Yeah. All this looks very cramped. Sure. And we finally see some like background, like throwaway references to the actual game. It's like there's a club called Thwomp and a place called Bullet Bills.
Yeah, and then you see a Babong.
So it's like, see, there they are. They're there in the background.
Yeah, they get just fan service shout outs.
Well, you know what though?
Yeah.
Which one would you rather have? Something like that where if you know it, you know it. And if you don't, you're not like penalized for not knowing what a babam is.
Well, I think that's where they really missed it, though, is that they went too hard in the non-fan service direction. Like, the fact that it has nothing to do with Mario at all. You don't even need to know that Mario is a video game to watch this movie. like, is what's so bad about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this area that they're in, this scene could have been taken out of the fucking underground from Demolition Man.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, or like a Total Recall type thing too.
Yeah, totally.
Because you look at
what?
this like industrialized cyberpunk like dark underground world, and this is supposed to be Super Mario World. This is supposed to be the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, it's a weird. It is jarring. Like it's not the right scenario.
No,
but you know what? I'll tell you.
Instead of Brooklyn, right?
I'll take a Toad Mojo Nixon over fucking Dennis Leary from Demolition Man any day of the week. Though, let me tell you. Yep. Just doing his fucking No Cure for Cancer Type 5. That's a fantastic movie. Another one, 93. So yeah, maybe they were sharing assets between the films.
Might have.
Yeah, I know the famous one, of course, is that the boots from this were what they used in Face Off.
Oh yeah,
At the prison, the Supermax prison.
Holy fuck! Damn. Yeah.
Oh, what a stupid thing that they just had in Face Off. The fact that they had like maglock boots in the prison. I mean, it was sci-fi enough with the like face removal surgery shit. They had to throw that in there too. Like,
well, I'm betting the scientists come up with magnetic boots that lock you down a lot faster than they come up with face surgery. So,
yeah, that's true. We probably will never figure out face surgery. Well, we'll get there one day, Tim. And I mean, besides making people look like surprised cheetahs or whatever the fuck they're getting right now, some crazy shit going on. Oh God,
what was that like Catwoman's name? It was like Jocelyn Forrester, or the fuck was her name?
You know what, Candice? That Catwoman's name is 90% of women who go too crazy with plastic surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Sooner or later, you end up looking like a cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Meg Ryan?
Yeah, it might as well be. Yeah.
You mean
she
Meg
looks
Ryan?
like Meg Ryan.
Oh.
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
myself.
they all. Yeah, it sucks because too much surgery. Everybody just sort of ends up with that same face.
Yeah.
The same fucking what's his name, Marv from Sin City. What the fuck's the actor's name? God damn it,
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah, they all end up looking like Mickey Rourke.
Looks like Ray Liotta.
So we finally get to meet Koopa, where
and by the way, it goes for both sexes who have too much plastic surgery. You always end up looking like a cat. Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you start. You always finish at the same spot. So, and I just have so why is Dennis Hopper dipping his hands in wax? I think
he's a germaphobe for some reason.
Yeah, but his cleaning is with mud. Yeah, they never really get into the whole germaphobe thing with him. Like, what the fuck?
Or
the point
I like
of
their
that
little
is.
nod to the fact that he's, I guess, supposed to be a T-Rex, so he keeps his arms tucked into his sides.
Yeah,
he does T-Rex arms the whole time.
That is a fun one. And the way they did his hair to look like little spikes,
even though it does not look like Bowser at all.
No,
it looks so badass.
It is a badass look, though. I'll give you that one, Terry. So I guess, maybe the germophobia is because all of the fungus here is the king, technically. So maybe he's like trying to kill that off. I don't know. He's doing a really bad job if that's it, because there's fucking fungus everywhere.
Littering the streets. It's hanging from every surface.
Yeah. So his move, I guess, is he wants to get the stone that the Daisy was born with, that I guess they just attached to her egg when they dropped her off. He's got to get that and put it back in the asteroid, because he figures that'll somehow make the two dimensions merge.
Yeah.
And he knows this because...
Science? Magic?
Yeah, science and magic, basically.
Yeah.
No, I think it was what's his name, Magic Koopa. It was his like spiritual advisor.
Kamek?
Yeah, Kamek, exactly.
Kamek's the one who advised
the fucking wizard
Yeah.
Koopa guy. Yeah, he's like, oh, listen to me, get the stone back and put it in the asteroid. That'll merge our dimensions. You know, he talks like that. He's got to.
I love it.
So, fucking, this whole no idea where he's getting his information from. Whatever. That's fine. So he needs to get the rock off the princess. He needs to get his rocks off with the princess, I guess. So the Mario brothers have the rock. They found it when they were, chasing Daisy down the tunnel.
Yeah, Luigi grabbed it when Daisy was trying to come through the portal when she was screaming. But, that's all he could get.
Yeah.
Oh, he just robbed her.
At least he didn't grab a boob or something. That would have been.
Exactly. And
a little quick honker. Honk. All right, now you can go.
This part confused me because, isn't this also the scene where Iggy and Spike, they go to Koopa and they're like, well, good news, boss. We've captured Daisy. And Koopa's like, well, did you get that necklace that she had? And then they said, oh, no, the plumbers took it. Maybe I just missed a line of dialogue or there was something in there that I missed. But how do they know that it's Mario and Luigi have it?
Yes. So the only thing I can think of is, again, maybe the spiritual advisor Koopa warned him that one day 2 plumbers would come from another dimension.
Maybe.
They found it on a cave wall.
Yeah, exactly. It was in some other hieroglyphic that they couldn't understand, so they had to translate it.
Probably.
Oh, God. Something like that, yeah. So Luigi's walking around Koopa Land swinging the rock necklace around. Hey, where's the princess at? I think she wants her rock back. Hey. Cut to just gets fucking booted by the Bertha. Just flies up
Big
there. He's
Bertha
like, hey, well,
in the video game is a giant fish.
Yes. And in this, she's a big bitch, I guess. It's very rude of them to do it, but they cast a heavier set actress to play Big Bertha. And, I mean, she's great.
And she
Don't
rocks
get me
it.
wrong.
Yeah.
She's fucking fantastic in the movie. The dance scene that she has with Bob Hoskins. They fucked, right? After that.
The sparks were flying.
There's no way they did.
In that set? Why not?
He was taking
They
shots
have more
on his
chemistry.
cleavage.
they have more chemistry than Daisy and Luigi. Let's face it.
Yeah, they had
just didn't have the guts.
They had Jean-Claude Van Damme and Cammy chemistry from the Street Fighter movie, where you're like, oh, they're fucking. They are fucking. So yeah, she fucking takes the stone from them, and she's all like, "Wait, this is the old lady," because the old lady is all like, "You guys got any weapons?
Oh,
It's dangerous around here."
Yeah.
Fucking rules. And they're like, "No, we don't have any weapons."
It's a good move.
Yeah, so she's like, "Good." Whips out a stun gun.
Yeah, because I thought she was
Bertha,
gonna open up a coat and here's weapons to sell them or something like that. But no, she played it the other
robbing
way.
their ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bertha comes by, you think, to save the day, but no, she takes the rock and then jet boots away like a heavy rocketeer is the note I have.
Like a blimp floating through the sky.
Yeah. Gracefully. Then we meet Toad.
Yes.
Mojo Nixon. And his musical interruptions, I gotta say, very annoying.
I hate
his
him a
music.
whole lot.
Oh God, his Rage Against the Machine political music.
Yeah. Anti-Koopa fucking propaganda.
So wait, Candice, you mean right now there's people who grew up listening to that music just realizing now that he's a political performer?
So yeah, he's playing this anti-Koopa, kind of folk, I guess kind of folk punk song, and then he promptly gets arrested,
and
as should any folk punk musician.
And you're supposed to identify him as being Toad from the Mario game because he has swirls shaved into his head, and his hair is
Candice,
shaved to
seems
be
pretty
peaked
obvious
and
to
look
me.
like a
If
helmet.
anything, is it Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, you know what? There you go. He's more of a Dennis Rodman type. No, Candice, you're supposed to know that he was Toad from the video games because they say, "Hi, my name's Toad," from the video games.
You don't get the subtle parts, Candice, do you?
Yeah. Also, if we did have a Mario themed Rage Against the Machine cover band, could one of the songs be Bob Track?
Yes.
So they run into Toad. He does his fucking musical interlude. They all show up and get arrested.
Thank God.
I'm like, thank God. Yeah.
It's so crazy to me that you could get arrested for criticizing politicians. This is just what George Orwell was writing about when he wrote Animal House.
Yeah, this is literally George Orwell's Animal House happening right now.
In this dimension.
Only the pigs are lizards.
Not all
Get
lizards
it?
are created equal.
Well, some's got
Some
big
lizards.
heads, some's got snake heads.
And some's got little shrunk fucking ball bag.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing for some
Very.
reason.
Yeah, because they take Toad in.
Especially
and
the round
to-
ones. The ones that look like the fucking, like, they got like
Yes.
the fucking snouts and
Toad-
everything like that.
Toads
I
is-
don't know if lizards have snouts.
Toads
but-
is great because he's like, her?
Yeah. They look. We have our new kitten that we got a little while ago.
Oh, wait, that was him?
looks-
Because that's why he had the fucking harmonica thing?
Yes, that was Toad.
Oh.
Because they take the Mario Brothers into Koopa
Now it
and
makes
to
much more
show
sense. Yeah.
them. Yeah, to show them he means business. He de-evolves Toad into a Goomba.
I just didn't make the connection that he
Yeah,
came
because
back.
it's musical. He's musical
Yeah,
even as a
right.
Goomba.
It's nice of them to give them
Goomba,
the
yeah, my
harmonica.
lord.
Goomba.
Right?
No, Tim.
Come on. Come on. He's got the harmonica.
It's so nice and that they had one that would fit his little tiny head neck.
His tiny little peanut head. It's so funny. It's like a little,
They
it's
all-
like a
you
little
know-
mini melon head because it's so perfectly round. But when you zoom in on it, it's like a ghoulie. Because it's got like
It's you know what
Yeah,
they all look
layers
like?
and layers of razor sharp teeth, but these like really cute big blue eyes.
You know what all the Goombas look like?
What?
Is they all look like Meatwad wearing the T-shirt of the dead?
Yeah, where they're squished into it.
Yeah, because their heads are so tiny and like squished out of this giant hulking fucking body. It's ridiculous. And plus, like, it's got to be uncomfortable for the actors that are under those suits because it's just clearly like they've got like some prop they're holding up with the
Yeah,
little fake
Oh, yeah, they got
toy
something there on
animatronic
their
head
shoulders, yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be uncomfortable as shit. So they break out though, and they shove Bowser into the de-evolution machine, right? And then they hit to de-evolve his ass and make a break for it.
But for some
Now-
reason, it doesn't work on him.
Well, it does until he gets back into his mud bath, I guess, because it just cuts and then we see him in a mud bath and he's fine.
Yeah, but he just had like.
Is she riding him in that mud
Oh
bath?
God! Oh,
Yes.
don't talk about this scene.
Yeah.
Don't talk about the
Yeah.
sexual tension or whatever in this scene. It is gross.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Between Koopa
And Lena.
and Red, as I have her titled here. No, I'm going to call her Wendy.
Every time I couldn't believe how much she looks like fucking Gillian Anderson.
She does. Yeah, she really does. But maybe that's why she could be Wendy, because Koopa's fucking her, and that would be
Yeah,
incestuous.
because those are his like nephews and nieces.
Oh wait, yeah, that's.
But
right.
what
There is
happens in the
nephews
mud
and
stays in the
nieces.
mud, right? They're both
That's what-
stuck.
that's
So what are they going to
That's
do?
why he said it's clean and
That's
It's like they have to.
it's clean and dirty at the same time.
Oh God! When he says he loves mud because it's clean and dirty at the same time, fucking lock him up.
Okay.
Only Dennis
Shoot.
Hopper could deliver that line.
Choose your fighter. Anakin talking about sand or Koopa talking about mud.
Oh,
So wait, you think there's the deleted scene where Dennis Hopper is fucking the
Yeah, he's
red
like,
girl while
he's
Luigi
like got her faced up against the wall.
yeah, he's drinking a PBR, fucking her, and Luigi's watching from a closet.
Jacking off. Type that in. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, yeah.
Rule 34.
Type in Blue Velvet Super Mario Brothers crossover
Oh,
scene.
no.
AI technology has come far enough. We can just type that into like an AI thing and
That's how
make
you
that
break
image immediately.
AI, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you just never stop beating off to AI, Tim. That's what you do, fucking there. So they try to make a break for it, right? But I love when they did get arrested, though. The defense attorney is fucking Koopa pretending to be the defense attorney.
It's so funny.
What a dick move. So
they
get away from him.
He like drops it immediately.
He's in charge of everything, Tim. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like, you know how Trump's not technically an officer of the United States of America, so even though he was found to have caused the insurrection in Colorado, they can't Article 14 him. It's like that, but with Koopa.
Makes perfect sense, yeah.
Yeah. See, you're going to be the one, Mojo.
Hair,
Tim, you're going to be the one Mojo Nixon toting it with your fucking harmonica singing songs against the Koopa overlords. So they try to run away, and the fungus tries to give them a bomb. And Luigi's like, hey, Mario, there's a bomb over here. We should probably pick it up and put it in our pocket, right? He's like, no,
that's
get
the only thing you can physically identify as a bomb. I mean, like, it's the only Mario thing you can identify just by looking at it. Is the bomb?
Yeah, it's very
looks
iconic.
Exactly like it does in the video game with the eyes.
No, actually, the bullet bill that they load up into the boot later, that looks like a bullet bill.
That's true.
But yeah, other than that, or maybe their suits at the very end. But even
then, yeah, because they have green too.
Yeah. Yeah, they make a lot of choices that don't really. I mean, the Goombas do look just like
the Goombas are so accurate.
Imagine if that was what you were fighting in the fucking Mario games, stomping on those guys, fucking splatting them on the ground. Ugh.
It really sucks that they didn't make a tie-in game for this. Kind of like how they made Street Fighter the movie, the game, where all the characters are just photos of the actors. Like, they should have done that with this movie.
That's true.
Well, Terry, the Buddha teaches us that you must become the change you seek in the universe, buddy.
Was there a Mario game that was coming? I'm sorry.
Is there a Mario game
that was coming out when this movie was being released?
This was 93, so
no, I don't think so.
I want to say I need to refresh my memory. When did Mario is Missing come out?
Mario.
You think it's a tie-in with Mario is Missing?
Yeah. So, well, you got Mario is Missing, Super Mario All-Stars, and Super Mario's Time Machine.
A Mario Hotel.
Right,
yeah.
Mario is Missing did, in fact, come out in the U.S. in 1993.
Oh, shit.
So the movie sucked so bad, Mario left, and they couldn't find it.
Well, they rushed production of this movie just so it could come out at the same time as the game because they wanted that synergy to grow.
Well, I mean, that's something that was unheard of, right? I think they made the Batman game that come out pretty much when the Batman movie came out. And they did that with a lot of other games in the 80s and the 90s, where it was like the movie was out, and the game was out like a couple of weeks later.
You know, as far as
even
movie
before,
tie-in,
the Matrix came out. One of the games came out before fucking Matrix 2 came out, right?
Yep.
Path of Neo, yeah. You know, as far as movie tie-in video games go, that original NES Batman wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't, yeah.
That game is actually pretty damn good, yeah. And it looks good.
Yeah.
Still, I love Spider-Man on Activision for, I think, my probably 5200.
What the fuck? Oh, dude, I remember that when the background's all white and the buildings are like fucking
pixelated fucking webs.
Was like
the web was just like 7 squares just connected. Yeah.
I only know the 2600 Spider-Man game, which I love. I mean, it's terrible, but I love it.
And Maximum Carnage on the SNES.
That was a good one.
Oh, oh my God, Candice.
My first movie tie-in game was either the Indiana Jones on the 2600 or the Ghostbusters game on the fucking 2600. That was a piece of shit, man. Oh, my God.
I remember as a kid getting this Game Boy Advance Star Wars game. It was called Star Wars The New Droid Army. It came out like between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. And I remember loving Star Wars as a kid and getting that game and trying so hard to like that game.
Yeah, because that's all you had.
This exactly.
Yeah.
Like, my parents didn't get us many video games like when we were kids, which is why I overcompensate as an adult, and now I just have way too many.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I'm just like, oh my god, what is this? Why am I just wandering through fucking Tatooine and just killing wombats? Or womp rats, whatever they're called.
Both.
Wombats, womp rats, same thing.
I think, though, maybe pound for pound, Star Wars has the best video games out of any, like, movie series, like, based on a movie.
That's true. There have been a lot of really good Star Wars games.
I don't know. Those later Batman games, the Arkham games, are pretty fucking good. So that's a tough one, too. I get. Could you
that's more
count
a comic book tie-in than a movie tie-in? I think, right? The Batman.
Could you count the Uncharted games as being fucking basically Indiana Jones?
Yeah, basically, or Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Well, you could say Indiana Jones is basically Pitfall.
Right. Yeah, that's true too, Tim. Wow. Look at that Ouroboros right there, right in front of you. So anyhow, no, not really, because this is when Mario decides to play some Pitfall. And he's fucking running and jumping and zip-lining. Bob Hoskins zip-lining. That's a good time. So they drop down
on a zip line,
steal a cop car, and then get into a high-speed chase. They don't even throw a fucking turtle shell. They don't drop a banana peel.
I do like the fact that the cars they look like bumper cars. They run on electricity because they don't have fossil fuels, because these are the dinosaurs.
Right. Yeah, that was a good touch. But then they never mention it, too. It's just there.
You just
and you
figure
pick
it
up
out, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, a little clever atmospheric storytelling there, Candice.
This movie doesn't know what it wants to do.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't know if it wants to be cartoony and big, or if it wants to be edgy and dark.
Well, because, you've got the writers, the directors, and the producers all at odds with each other. And, Terry, you're absolutely right. That's why it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. At one point, I
said mess. It's awesome.
Last night, God damn this movie. And I meant, like, God damn this movie's fucking good.
You know what it is it's like an early girlfriend you have that gets really high, and she's like, you know what, I'm really high, and all we have in the kitchen is like spaghetti, gummy bears, and some fucking oyster sauce. And you're like, I don't know about that. You'd have to be really high to try that. Then you try it, and it's fantastic.
That's very specific. That happened to you, didn't it, Eddie?
I say, have you tried that? Yeah.
Not with the gummy bears or
have
the
you made
pasta
gummy bears
or
out
the
of
oyster sauce. No, I haven't, Tim. Just a savory gummy.
How you get your fish oil?
You know what? I should. I've got all the shit to make gummy bears here, and I've got oyster sauce.
Go. Put a little bit of THC in that shit, and you got your own little fucking niche market. Yeah.
Just make the saltiest gummy bears you've ever had. It'll be
just
great.
Bite into an egg roll, stick the gummy bear in it.
God, that fish sauce smells so bad.
Fish sauce? Yeah, that's rough. But it's fucking fantastic. So they get into the high-speed fucking chase. Then they drive through this tunnel and damn near fucking crash to death. But the fungus catches them.
Yeah, because it's a fun guy.
It's like a miracle. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a Red Ink joke, isn't it, Candice? Isn't it?
Yep.
I was waiting. I had it like in the back of my head. I was waiting.
All right, so it's Red Ink in your head. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't even need to write it down, Tim. She had that one. She was ready to go. It's in the chamber, just in case. Like Luigi's tool belt, it's always there. So back at Koopa's joint, Spike and Iggy are reporting that Mario is in the tunnel headed to the desert. Because on this planet, there's Koopa's kingdom and the desert. And that's it.
Yeah.
You can tell by the topographical globe.
Where it's just like the cityscape poking out of it, and the rest is just a desert, and he spins it.
Yeah. That's so good. What a great prop.
I mean, that's a good visual aid.
How good does that fucking special effect look?
Yeah, the globe looked good.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. So then he requests, all right, he's like, okay, get the princess in here. You dickheads have to go out to the desert and find fucking Mario and Luigi.
Clean the princess up for me. Ugh.
Yeah. Because she's...
Get her ready for a mud bath.
Get her ready for insemination.
Through the mud.
Yeah.
Is this a scene where... Koopa says, it's like, they say you never forget the first time you're kissed by a lizard.
Oh, no,
yes.
God, no.
Yes. When he does the tongue flick thing.
It's fantastic.
No, he doesn't just say that. He says, little girls never forget the first time
Little
they're
girls,
kissed by a
yes.
lizard.
So it's even worse.
Oh,
Well, no, hold on, because isn't
it's
he
okay
65
then.
million years old? So isn't technically everybody a little girl to him on that scale, right?
No, the other lizards are probably around the same age.
He didn't say little lizards.
Fair. How many
yeah,
girls
that's
is
true.
this guy
I thought it was
kissing?
only lizards. They just look like humans.
Well, no, there's all
they
the chicks
kidnapped a
from
whole
the
fucking
Bronx.
room full of women, right?
Yeah.
Just
They-
sooner
they-
or
they
later, we're gonna
kidnap-
get her. Hey, how do we find the princess? She got a funny accent, and she wears a line of leopard.
She looks like she could be a girlfriend in
She
the
has
movie
big
The
hair.
Warriors. Go get her.
Yeah.
Just sounds like she could be a girlfriend in the movie The
Hey,
Warriors.
you know the guy Joey Scarponi? Look at some of the girls he hangs out with. That may be one of the
Fair,
princesses.
yeah.
Joey Scarponi.
He's just picking up fucking Tony Soprano's wife is in there. Fucking what's her name too? Marissa Tomei's character from My Cousin Vinny. She's just hanging out in there. She would have fit in perfectly, Marissa Tomei, just with a cigarette in there, fucking being bitchy with the rest of them.
I don't think they had Tomei money for this. For her.
No, they didn't have Tomei money. They blew all their money on Lake Rosamo. What are you gonna do?
For the young kids, yeah.
Yeah, for all the young Candices.
You know how we're gonna get the young boys into this thing? No, fuck Marissa Tomei. Get John Leguizamo.
Yep. Got my money, that's for sure. So Koopa decides now to evolve Spike and Iggy so that they talk like they're smart. Now, the question I have here is why didn't he do
Sooner.
this
To begin with?
64,999,999
What's
years
the
ago?
limit to do this? Why doesn't he do this to himself?
Yeah, plus,
That's a good
doesn't
point,
he
Tim.
think that maybe if they get smarter, they'll just stop listening to him?
Yeah, that's a fair
At a certain
point,
point,
too,
they do kind of
Candice.
turn on him, right? They go communism.
Which, yeah, they literally do. Yeah.
Fucking lizard bastards.
See, this is why Christians don't want to send kids to
Exactly.
college, because they think of it like the
Yeah.
evolution.
Fill their
gun.
head with dangerous thoughts.
65 million years old. And wait, dinosaurs and people running around at the same time? No.
Wait a minute, a non-geocentric universe? Kill them. They're giving them bad fucking information. So, yeah, then they become smarter, and he's like, all right, go out to the fucking desert and kill them. Now, you'd think that the desert would be a good, like, big second act thing, but they're there for
Yeah, 'cause
20
it's
seconds.
supposed to be this huge wasteland, and you got to be like, oh, maybe they're going to have like a Mad Max type thing going on here. I would not
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
past this
Yeah.
movie to have something like that.
Yeah, that would be good, yeah, but they could only afford one vehicle.
Yeah, we get a mad carpet ride.
Yeah, we literally, all they do is they get tailed by Iggy and Spike. Iggy and Spike get stuck in some quicksand, which I didn't know this was a Gilligan's Island episode, but okay. Then they cut a deal. They're like, all right, we'll give you the rock in exchange for Daisy. You bring us back with the Daisy. Okay, so he's like, all right, well, we don't have the rock. Big Bertha, the bouncer at the Boom Boom
Boom
Bar.
Boom
has it.
Bar.
Now, that wasn't the deal.
The Boom Boom
what?
Bar. Which is a fun thing to say.
Yeah. And so they're like, but I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. They need the rock to merge the worlds so that they can take over Earth,
Yeah.
right? But they can just go out the tunnel.
Yeah, they can just put troops through there already, right now.
Yeah.
It's working. The gateway got blown open.
So why do they need the rock?
I don't know. Plus, why do they think that because they have such a tiny population? Like, his giant army is like, what, 50
Yeah.
Goombas?
Yeah.
And they have de-evolution guns, and they think they're going to automatically take over our world?
Oh, I know.
No, once you're trying to break into a
might,
fucking monkey, it's pretty easy, right?
Well, they might take over New York, right?
Brooklyn.
I could see that.
They got Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
I give them Brooklyn, yeah.
But the second the Goombas go marching down south with the de-evolution gun, first of all, it ain't going to work on them down there. They're already de-evolved. Okay? You're going to shoot them with that, and then they're going to be like, that's all you got?
Oh, wait,
bitch?
you just brought me
I've
back
been-
to last Tuesday.
Yeah, these people have been smoking bath salts. Like, what the fuck are you going to do to them with a de-evolution gun? It's going to do shit.
Never mind how Australia will be the freedom capital of the world.
Oh, I thought this took place in Australia. Isn't that where Koopa Land is? It's just a one city with a bunch of desert surrounding them. Everybody evolved from bugs and insects and lizards and shit. That's just Australia, right? Even the car that they jump into, the fucking
with
dump truck with all the
I was thinking about how the police car had like the cattle scoop on the front of it.
Oh yeah, the cow catcher. Yeah,
like why do the police cars have this?
Because they hop into this fucking dumpster so that they can get hauled back to Koopa Land, incognito. But why did the dump truck drivers dress like leather daddies?
I think those are supposed to be Shy Guys. Because they make like weird cooing noises, like a Shy Guy kind of does.
There was a character in Mario games called Shy Guys.
Yeah, you don't know Shy Guys?
They're one of my favorites.
Yeah. Tim, they're in Mario 2, the one that everybody was shitting on me for referencing.
Yeah, well, there you go, yeah.
Meanwhile, Candice loves them.
I actually like Mario 2, but...
Do you have a pair of socks with the Shy Guys on them, Candice?
Mario 2 is good.
Oh, yeah. You know who I miss from
Retro
Mario 2 is
gamer.
fucking Mauser.
Yeah. Mauser is amazing.
They never brought
That's
Mauser
true.
back. The mouse with cool sunglasses that hucks bombs, Tim.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that doesn't fucking impress Tim.
Doesn't ring a bell with me. I was never that crazy about Mario games.
I want Monty
Tim
Mole to
rides
come
the
back.
subway. He's seen... Yeah, Monty Mole. Yeah. No, Tim rides the subway. He's seen tons of fucking rats
seen
wearing
enough mole
sunglasses,
people.
chucking
Eating
bombs.
pizza, jumping on people's
Eating
face
pizza.
while they're sleeping, people getting
Fucking
pushed on
that one.
trains.
The
Latest one with some crazy... There's a video. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a video of some crazy motherfucker standing in the fucking tracks as the train comes in. And as the train comes in, he runs up to the train, like positions himself almost like right in between the train and the fucking platform. Fucking train hits the brakes. He fucking lives. He starts doing a fucking jig in the middle of the fucking tracks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking believe it. I'll send you the video after we're done.
Yeah, I gotta see that. Tim, did you ever see the video of the woman snatching the bird out of the park in New York?
Oh, did you?
It's that's a fun
What's that video?
For so there's a woman sitting on a bench in New York, and there's all these little tiny little pigeons flying around. And she just very quickly bends down and snatches one real quick and tosses it in a plastic bag and wraps it up.
Yeah. And if I'm wrong, I might not be, but I think I am correct. But it wasn't the only bag that she had on her on the bench next to her. She was doing
this wasn't her
That's why
first
she was so
rodeo.
good at it.
Tim.
Maybe she's going to tie all those bags together and try to fly away.
Like Mary Poppins.
Maybe she's like the bird lady from Home Alone 2. So yeah, they steal this fucking truck from the Leather Daddies, drive it back to Koopa Town, go to the Boom Boom Club, dressed up like the guys from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, why is Mario wearing yellow and Luigi's wearing red? Why not at this moment put Mario in red and Luigi in green? At least it would just be another nod to their characters.
Were there any toys associated with this movie? Or maybe that were supposed to come out, but the movie bombed and they didn't? Because, I mean, that's...
I don't know, because I don't remember this movie being big with kids. No one ever talked about it.
Yeah, but people thought it was going to be big with kids. It was. I remember getting comic books back then where it was advertised in the back of comic books.
Tim, buddy, I'm looking at the toys right now. And, buddy, let me tell you something. They got everybody. They got Toad. They got Spike. They got Iggy. They got Hoskins.
You got yellow suit. You got yellow suit Mario. Yeah. You got green suit Luigi.
Suit.
Whatever the fuck he is.
Hold on. I'll send you a link to it in the chat here. And I guarantee you it is not Jar Jar's asshole.
No.
That's a guarantee. Terry, you weren't around for it. I kept sending them. I told them I put a link to stuff in the Discord, and it was just Jar Jar's asshole.
Yeah, real juicy, too.
Real juicy.
Over and over and over again. He kept getting Candice.
No, Tim kept forgetting it was
for
in there.
a month.
And then in the middle of the episode, he'd be like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I kept forgetting. That's right. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it wasn't a video of a farting asshole, but it was pretty close.
See, that's crucial.
I've never seen these toys before, ever.
Holy shit. Are they worth money now?
Oh, I'm sure they
Yeah.
are.
Each one of them is worth $5 million, Tim.
No. Come on,
Yep.
for serious.
No, they're not. They're worth. I see one in the package here right now. Buy it now, $189.
Jeez.
Police car. Holy
What?
fucking shit, see? So this movie was supposed to be a tie-in for something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they wanted to make more money, but they didn't. So it didn't really work out too well for them. So, okay, they drive the thing back to Koopa's joint, hit the Boom Boom Club, dressed like dickheads. The coat check lady fucking spots them. And she's calls the cops. She's like, hey, there's a 5,000
I just look at this picture.
coin.
The only one who looks like is Bob Hoskins. Everybody else, I don't know who the fuck they're supposed to be, but that looks like Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't afford Bob Hoskins. So
Okay, come on.
thankfully, they did a faithful Bob Hoskins.
Eddie Valiant from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Right.
Do you think that's why
Only
they
with a
cast him?
mustache.
Because they were like, but that movie was a big hit.
Yeah, kids know him from that, right?
I knew him from that.
Yeah. That's like how everybody got to know Warren Beatty
Oh
from
man,
Dick Tracy.
so I was looking at the Pogs,
Fucking legendary.
and there's this one that says, trust the fungus. The Pogs, yeah, they have Pogs.
What do fat-ass white girls
What?
have to do with this movie? Never mind. So, ask your husband. So anyway,
That's how you sell me on the movie. There are
there was a
pogs.
couple in the club there, Terry. That's for damn sure. So yeah, the coat check lady drops a fucking dime on him. And now Spike and Iggy have been converted. Now they're down for the whole downfall of Koopa.
Because they got smart.
Because I guess Mario didn't
Too much
punch
education,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, too much education. Right. Then they all become communists. It's what they're trying to do in the colleges. They make all the kids
Turning
fucking
them into
communists.
dinosaurs, yeah.
Exactly.
Cultural Marxism. Yep. That's how it goes. Turn them into dinosaurs. Exactly, Tim. You know what? You took the words right out of my mouth.
They're turning these kids
So-
into dinosaurs with pronouns.
So now Mario tries
Is it
to
T-Rex or
seduce Big...
She-Rex?
Low T-Rex.
Rex.
Them Rex. Jesus. They still believe in brontosauruses, though, so, you know. Maybe the brontosaurus identified as a brontosaurus. That's why the bones were laying together. You never know, right? So then Mario tries to seduce Big Bertha. She fucking clocks him. Then he's like, "Oh, hit me again, mommy." And I'm like, "Wow, Mario,
And
you
she,
got
she
hornier."
offered to slap his ass around the dance floor.
Yeah, she's like, "Listen, if you dance with me, I'll beat the shit out of you." And I just wrote, "What the
That's
fuck
a
is
beating
going
you're
on in
never
this
going to
kids
forget
movie?"
for the rest of your life with a smile on your face.
Yeah, Tim was into it. So then they have this fun dance scene. So in your Super Mario Brothers movie,
Oh, and this
here's
is
what's
another
going
club
on.
scene to go along with
Mario-
our theme we've been having this month.
In a
It's
club.
another club scene.
That's true.
So
yeah,
good.
holy shit. Man, they loved club scenes in movies in the 90s. So, in the Super Mario Brothers movie, currently, what's happening? Toad has been turned into a Goomba. Spike and Izzy are now communists. And Mario is currently seductive dancing with Big Bertha,
And
Yeah,
pulling it
who's a
off.
like
woman,
licking her
a
cleavage
human
and
woman.
tickling it with his mustache.
Dude, yeah. When he goes down to give her that mustache ride,
I gave you free
get
mustache
get her
right.
rocks off, if you know what I mean.
And he's trying to
Yeah,
get her
so-
rocks
so
off,
he-
yeah.
He ends up slipping the stone off of her, and then like him and Luigi go into this like play that they have. The weird like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the scramble and recover or whatever.
Is this something that they do on the regular?
Because the damn
yeah,
Scapelli
they have
brothers
to
are
do a lot
probably
of-
playing hot potato with their tools. So they got to come up with plays.
That's what it is, yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny, Candice? Another term for hot potato is monkey in the middle.
Oh.
And Scapelli ends up the monkey.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
But you know,
well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
The lower class workers are so used to working for him, they still call him boss. Even though they see he's just the monkey.
So they get away and then get into this elevator behind a bunch of Goombas. They're stuck.
Oh,
right?
God, this scene goes on for way too long.
Was there supposed to be a song or something like that they're supposed to like have in this? Like,
didn't you hear it?
Why do you have this fucking part?
The song was like a 1950s song, wasn't it?
Yeah. But... Yeah, I never played the game that much where I got to the part where you had to make the Goombas dance.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't recall the girl from Ipanema level of Super Mario Brothers. Because Luigi, it turns into a rhythm game where he's got to make the Goombas all dance in time with each other. That would have been a fun little thing in like a WarioWare.
Get
like
the
a
Goombas
mini
dancing.
level where you have to make the Goombas keep them
Although in
dancing
Super
with each
Mario
other.
Wonder, there is a lot of sequences where you have to dance, jump in rhythm with the dance and song.
That's true.
I love those levels. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
So that
I like
that level came from this game? Is that what you're saying, Candice?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. You never know.
Absolutely.
I wonder if it's become like ironic in Japan to love this movie. This is their Hausu.
Did they do Iron Man a lot?
You think so?
They're like, you would not believe this crazy fucking American movie. Look at this shit. This is what they thought Mario was.
At one point, Luigi's head comes off and he knocks fucking Princess fucking whatever the fuck her name is. Princess April.
At one point,
yeah.
someone
Daisy.
named Lena shanks Yoshi.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh my God. Poor
I know.
Yoshi in this fucking movie. I feel so bad for
I thought you're
Yoshi.
gonna get a fucking Yoshi bloodshed. Just like the blood
Yeah.
just pouring out when she fucking pulls him out.
Because, okay, Koopa introduces her to Yoshi on a chain.
Yeah, and he
first
looks
of all.
malnourished.
And then he looks all fucked up. So then he, like, puts her in this room
Yeah,
with
there's no way
Yoshi
you're gonna be able to
chained
ride
up.
him anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to eat at least 5
He looks like a Central
Goombas
Park
before you
horse,
can ride him.
a carriage horse at this point.
Central
This
Park
is the little
4?
one that you pick
Carriage
up in
horse.
Super Mario World, and you like have them eat the bad guys, and then it turns into the
Yeah,
full-grown
yeah,
Yoshi.
Oh my
Baby one.
fucking god! That's right. I remember. Oh my god, Candice. Yeah, it's been a long
Pulling
time.
those
yeah.
memories
Holy
out.
shit. Yeah.
And you get the
That
blue
was the
one
best
that would
one.
fly
Holy shit!
whenever
That's
it
how
had
you got to
something in
Star
its mouth.
Island.
The bitch-ass yellow one that just, like, when it stomps, it makes,
Yeah,
like,
it
dust
causes
poof
an
out.
earth shake.
This is the shittiest one.
Because it
man.
would always happen at the most inconvenient times when you're trying to float across a crevice
fuck
and
you
then
up.
you accidentally hit the button to make a ground pound.
Or the fire breather one. Oh my god! Then you suck up a blue shell, you spit it out as fire,
Yep,
you just
and you
wasted
could've
the
been
blue
flying.
shell.
Or you could just
piece
get the
of
blue
shit.
one and then you could fly no matter what shell color you eat.
Yep. Blue one was the best.
God, it's such a good game.
100%. So yeah, they Luigi makes them all dance, and I guess that's enough, right? I guess that's enough of a distraction for them to leave. Cool. So Toad Goomba brings Daisy some steak, and Daisy's like, "Oh, I can't eat that. I'm a vegetarian."
Yeah, this is when you see all the
90s.
close-ups of
Come on, it is fucking raw, right? Even if you're not a vegetarian, you're not going to eat
Toad
that.
Goomba's face, and he's like, he's like the vulture from Looney Tunes.
Yeah. And she's all like, "You couldn't get me some steamed vegetables, could you?" And he's like, "Oh."
It is funny. I do like it.
I have a feeling vegetables come at a premium in this place.
Yeah, because they require sunlight to grow. And they're
Yeah, how does that
underground.
work?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't know
That's
how that
true.
works.
I guess bioluminescence.
I mean, he doesn't
maybe,
need,
but-
if he can figure that shit out, he doesn't need an army to take over the fucking dimension. He can just do it with a corporation.
Well, but that's true because the rest of the world's just fucking desert. You know what it is? This is exactly what would happen if Elon Musk did try terraforming Mars. Is it would end
This
up
is how
like
you get
this.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Yep, that's exactly how you get de-evolution Goombas and fucking Big Bertha fisting you on the dance floor.
Trust the Musk.
Yeah, exactly. So then Red shows up, Lana, and she wants to kill fucking Daisy, but Yoshi attacks her ass, and then she fucking stabs Yoshi in the throat with scissors.
It's horrible because he's so cute.
Yeah,
he's just laying there bleeding. And
that's
dying.
Right, a kids movie. Candice, if you're taking, let's say, I mean, your kids are probably a little bit too old for this to happen, but let's say you're taking your son, your daughter, when they're about like 5, 6 years old to see the Super Mario movie.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, Chris Pratt pulls out a pair of scissors and stabs Yoshi right in the fucking
I'd be
throat.
mad. I'd be like, what the hell were they thinking?
And Luigi's like, don't pull it out. If you pull it out, it's on a hidden artery.
See, ironically, Chris Pratt as Mario would function better in this movie because he could do the stupid hang loose thing and hypnotize Koopa.
Oh, shit, that's right. They
been a
missed
lot
the
better.
opportunity in the Super Mario Brothers if they didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Now I want to see that scene. Somebody's got to make that. You know what? I'll bet SNL would do that if they had Chris Pratt on.
Oh, God.
That's okay. He'll be in the Garfield movie now. So.
Make it stop.
Yeah.
I said it before. For real. I don't get it.
What, Garfield or Chris Pratt being in
Chris
movies?
Pratt being in all these fucking animated things with the voices. He's not. Did he do a Mario voice or did he do a Chris Pratt voice?
He did kind of a Brooklyn accent, sort of.
So
I don't know.
Call me old fashioned. It's probably better to have like somebody who's like a professional fucking voice actor to do it instead of like somebody who's just. Imagine, let me do Mario, okay? Let me do Luigi.
Tim, here's the thing.
me
Rick
and Shane do
Bazama
Mario
wasn't
and Luigi.
available and they needed a big name.
That's true.
So they got Chris Pratt.
We got Dennis Hopper. We got Bob Hopkins, whatever the fuck it is.
It's because
we need
you keep
somebody
confusing him
else.
with Anthony Hopkins is the problem.
Both good actors, yeah.
Both
They're
British.
right around the same level. And both did one role, and then that's just who you identify them as. You've got Lecter and you've got Mario.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins' most famous role, Mario. It might be.
Yeah. Then what's with the aside of Koopa ordering the pizza?
I thought
And
it
then
was
we
kind of
keep
funny.
referring to the fucking pizza.
I think it's kind of a nod because at this point I'm super high. I'm like, oh fuck, I could go for a pizza right now. I think that's what it was
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
Yeah, maybe. And he orders it with a light gun phone.
Yeah, what was the point of this? Because at the one point the princess has to pick up and she's using
this-
it, and she's using the same thing as a point and shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim, this is just product placement. You see, in Japan, they're trying to get all of us Americans in on like liking the technology and the games and stuff. So you got to have guns.
That was already a big thing, at least in the arcades, right? Maybe. Well, hold on. When this movie came out, was it the time where you had like all the light guns that you bought, like for Time Cop and all the other fucking games?
Oh yeah, the de-evolution gun they're using is just the Super Nintendo Super Scope
right.
painted.
Is it? Oh,
Yep.
wow. Okay.
And Tim, have you ever seen the NES Zapper from Japan?
No, but I think I did have the Super Scope. Now that you mention it.
So you know what the NES Zapper looks like in America, right?
Of course, yeah.
Have you? I'm going to send you a link to one of the ones from Japan.
This is going to be Jar Jar Binks' asshole. That's good.
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
Jar Jar Binks'
Yes.
asshole. I promise you. It is. Take a look at what the gun looks like in Japan.
Oh my god.
It just, for the listeners, it just looks like a fucking revolver. Like
No, it's
point
just a
tip or
gun.
anything. It just looks like a real gun. So yeah, no, they love guns in Japan. They just can't have them.
Yeah.
I mean that's the whole Metal Gear, like with Revolver Ocelot and the twirling the guns, and
Because they think that's
Kojima
how
was
guns work.
obsessed with guns.
Jesus Christ.
I do know.
Watching of John Wayne movies, right?
I do know the
like I said,
Magnavox
you just have to get an AK-47 into that country and you can take over the whole country.
What was that?
I know
Terry?
the Magnavox Odyssey also had its own like gun add-on, and it literally just looks exactly like a rifle. It's amazing. Look that up.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember with stuff like this where the guns looked very real. Or like the very best, you would have like maybe an orange tip on it, which you could like just pull out with a pair of fucking pliers or a screwdriver. But
yeah, I had a solid metal cap gun that just looked like a 38 special. Which it's like, Jesus Christ! Imagine that nowadays. Mm-hmm. That got on wider, I might have got shot.
I had a BB pistol that looked like a Luger. I had a air pump rifle with a scope on it that pretty much looked like a real hunting rifle. Yeah.
We had an air pump BB gun that looked exactly like an M16.
Ooh, shit. That shit, was that air pump or CO2?
That was CO2.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You were rich with all that fucking CO2 you were burning through. That's why I went from the CO2 gun to the fucking air pump rifle.
Yeah. It's a little bit cheaper. I mean, you don't get the same pop out of them for sure. But, although the one that we had, that M16 one sucked. I bet you if I threw the CO2 canister at something, it'd do more damage.
No, let me tell you. Go on YouTube and look. There's fucking guns that they make, non-lethal guns that I guess you can buy like anywhere. Where they're like fucking shotguns that are based off of CO2 cartridges. And they're going through fucking the ballistic gel.
Yeah, no, my buddy had one rifle that, ironically, it came from Japan that had the same speed. It would fire a BB at the same speed as a 22. Which it's like, dude, come on. What are you fucking
You're
doing?
really going to take somebody's eye out quick with that one, yeah.
Oh, God, Ralphie'd be fucked, man. It would have blown out the back of his skull. Just dead. So, okay. Then they get led to the fungus king room.
This is so gross.
Where we learn that, kind of like GLaDOS, I guess, Daisy's dad is a suspended upside down from the ceiling slime mold.
Yeah. It's like when you're like trying to hawk up a real good lungie and you can't quite get it out. You just like bent over and you're just waiting for it to drop out of your mouth. Yeah, it's
somehow like mucusy and liquidy, but also solid with like
cummy also at the same time.
Yeah, it's so gross. Cummy, it's like glistening but opaque at other times and
a little bit.
I can't stop explaining it. We said it's very cummy.
They also love they do shots with like a little snake
in
them.
Egg whites. Without the yolks. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very slime. It's very library in Ghostbusters. Like oozy, sticky, gross fucking ectoplasm shit going on.
Yeah, a little bit of ash from
and apparently this is the king.
Yeah.
This is Daisy's dad.
Yeah. So then Luigi gets to meet Dad. That's fun.
Oh, way to spring it on a guy. God, why don't you warn him first?
Yeah.
What's the point of keeping him alive?
You should.
I thought it was just to like rub it in his face. But then now you can't stop him because he's grown through every inch of the city.
Oh, yeah. Not only am I going to fuck your wife, I'm going to make you watch. Yeah. Like that. I'm going to fuck your kingdom.
Getting cucked by a fungus.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna have to sit there like a fucking mushroom in the dark watching it. You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna do it to it slow.
Name of my sex tape: Mushroom in the Dark.
I just have Mario and Luigi jump over a pit, but because it's funny, Luigi's suspenders get caught in a hook. And he's like, Mario, it's magic. Just jump.
And this is their half-assed attempt to have them look like the characters in the video games. But for some reason, Luigi has this rainbow belt and all this lime green and like yellow colors.
Well, contractually, Bob Hoskins had to jump 3 times in the movie. It was just part of the agreement to be Mario. So this is one of the 3. Because he falls down and then the fungus rescues him and he bounces up. It's all very fun. It's a very lighthearted moment. So back to Yoshi stabbed in the fucking neck with
limping
scissors.
Around, still with the chains on it.
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't crying.
Daisy pulls it. Daisy, like Mercy, like in Hostel, when he cuts the chick's eyeball that's hanging off out. Daisy, like Mercy, pulls the fucking scissors out of his throat.
Crossways, you know? Goes through the rest of the throat to get them out. That way he bleeds out.
He has to push it all the way through, like a barbed arrowhead or something.
I mean, what kind of medicine could he possibly get down here? Everything's covered in a fungus. Everything's infected.
Just the fungus, Candice. Use it as a Band-Aid.
Oh, but what if the fungus would, heal it? Like true. Jesus.
Like Jesus the mushroom?
Jesus fungus.
What if Jesus was a mushroom?
What if God was a mushroom?
You know, Candice, oh, you son of a bitch. I was just trying to figure out how I could work that into. What if God, instead of Among Us, he was a fungus? Something like that, right?
It's also one of us, not among us. But
fungus and Among Us
close enough.
Rhymes better than one of us.
We all know what it
means. Stranger on the bus?
That song is too old for him.
Yeah. Stranger on the bus, Tim? That's who you buy your mushrooms from? Some guy you meet on the bus?
Yeah. Guess what? You ain't getting high off of those mushrooms.
Some guy named Studio Jimmy or something. You know? You got some wacky fucking guy in there. So yeah, he's fine though. He bounces up. And then this is when Daisy gets the light gun and uses it like an intercom system to tip Mario off, like, quick, run down this hallway and go in this door. That's where Fungus Dad is. So they run down there. Run into Daisy. Daisy's like, look, Mario, your girlfriend. And he's like, oh, yeah, my girlfriend's here. Shit, forgot about her in the first act.
Well, he didn't know that she had been kidnapped.
She's like, oh, that's true. Yeah. So she's like, yeah, your girlfriend's down there with the Koopas. You might want to go, rescue her or whatever. Yeah. Well, Luigi and I, we're going to go, we're going to get the fuck out of here. So... Now we enter like the ending sequence here, which is he goes and he rescues all the girls, right?
His Dracula ladies. Brides, his Koopa brides.
The Koopa's Dracula brides.
Be quiet. Last thing I tell any chick from Brooklyn is be quiet.
You are not my father. Yeah. You cannot tell me what to do.
Could you imagine that, Tim? All those broads in Interview with a Vampire. How obnoxious it would be. They'd be so pissed they couldn't tan. Oh my god. The fuck would they do? Although if they got their hair blown out one time, they wouldn't need to go get it done.
That's true. It would stay that way forever.
No, that's Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, but you know what? They're okay with that. They think that's a good look. So.
Yeah. That's true. They do see how long they can go without washing their hair, so they don't need to get it done again. That's some gross shit. I remember some chick talking about that on this TV show. Yeah, when chicks would go, it's not popular anymore, but in the 90s, getting their hair blown out, so it was all standing high up and poofy.
Yeah, instead of mousse, you just didn't wash your hair?
Right. Yeah. Because it would cost like fucking a good chunk of change to get that shit done.
Just mousse and a hairdryer. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just get the hairspray, right, Tim? Get it going, buddy.
Well, I think in the 90s it was still mousse, right? Instead of hairspray.
Yeah.
Or gel. Hair gel,
true.
right?
Well, you wouldn't use gel if you wanted body in your hair, though.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah,
that's
you'd
not
either
good for
use
volume.
a mousse.
So you just use soot?
You would start with wet hair, and you would apply mousse to the roots, and just kind of run it through with your fingers. And you flip your hair over, and then you dry your hair with a hairdryer. And when you flip it back up over, that's how you get a blowout.
Oh my God, Candice, you have pictures.
My sisters used to do that to me.
See, Tim got hard.
I got to try that out.
Oh wow, I like how she said that. My sister used to do that to me.
I fucking hate big hair.
So. Yeah, Mario rescues Daniela. Koopa fucking intercepts Luigi and Daisy, gets the rock from them, and now Mario and company he takes the girls and opens up a fucking pipe. So we get the Mario 64 penguin
I was like,
fucking
okay,
ice
so
slide level.
At least they have.
This is where they got the idea.
They go through a pipe in this movie at some point, technically.
Yeah, but then they slide down it, and it just leads them to the middle of Koopa Town, where Koopa's waiting, by the way, about to open up the portal.
Yeah, and they conveniently float down.
It's a small city, right? It's nothing but fucking
That's
desert.
true.
And you got 2 blocks that are developed.
That's true. Yeah, it's more of a Reno than a Vegas. That's a good point, Tim. So then I guess Mario just like gets a bullet bill from the fungus because Luigi's like, hey, trust the fungus, right? And he's like, all right, loads the bullet bill into a boot, and then it like flies over and kicks Koopa
Yeah, I
and the
guess
Goombas.
that's how you get the jump, is by putting bullet bills in your feet.
By loading, yeah, I suppose. Okay. So then Koopa whips out his fireball gun because they don't have
There's
flowers.
so
here,
many
clearly.
fireballs flying through the air at one point. I'm like, this is so unsafe.
Oh, it's so good. It is so unsafe for sure. So yeah, they're firing fucking fireballs all over the place. And we got Mario pitfalling on fucking fungus. Then Red shows up. Mario fucking kicks Koopa's ass, and he drops the rock, and Red, fucking Lana or whatever, she ends up getting the rock. Mario, quick thinking, grabs his shoestring, and he ties a regular-ass rock up to it to trick Koopa. Like, hey, I got your rock right here. So he keeps Koopa busy while Red, Lana, fucking just falls down on one of their electric rails from the bumper car setup they got, and goes all Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. And
So
now
that's
it's
fun
even
for the rest
hotter,
of the movie.
Now she got some big ass hair. How did you do this, Candice?
I don't know about that big. Because she does have the Bride of Frankenstein at this point.
'Cause it is impressive. So then the dumb bitch Lena takes the fucking stone, right? And by the way, the bomb, Mario distracts Koopa by winding up the bomb.
Yeah, everybody
freaks.
that's a
Like,
bit
shit,
through
the
this whole
bomb.
movie is everybody sees a bomb and they freak out like there's a nuke right in front of them.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the bomb, he winds it up, it goes walking, falls off the bridge down into like that meat pipe
Yeah,
from the
and
Tool
then
prison
Koopa
sex
talks shit to
video.
Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the
talking
nod
shit
to
on it.
his role in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? There's a poster in the back that says elect Koopa, and it shows like the Dennis Hopper Koopa character, but with a chainsaw.
Oh, that rules.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did not catch that. See, there's so many little set design
Yeah.
fun things they throw in too that you'll catch.
There's something here.
like,
It's just that
every
they were
day.
so conflicting. No one had a clear vision, so everything got thrown into it.
yeah, it's you know what it is? It's like Jelly Bellies, right? Like a lot of them are good. There's some of them that are fucking shit. You get a big bowl of them. There's going to be leftover that
Yeah, because
nobody
everybody's
wants.
picking them out.
You know it.
You might get
Yeah.
bogey flavor.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, there's a lot of good like the chocolate ones, but then you got some buttered popcorn parts of the movie. You know? So Lena takes the stone back to the meteor and then tries to shove it into the fucking meteor. Gets blasted back, turns into a fucking skeleton on the
Now
wall.
she's dead.
And now she's
It's
dead.
so
Yeah,
awesome.
she's gone completely.
It does look good.
It looks great too. So then now the princess has to fucking pull the stone out.
What?
Well, Luigi whips it out. I mean, the tools to help her pull out the stone from the asteroid, right? Yeah, that's what's happening. Because she's all like, "Oh, I get it now. I'm the only one that could handle the power of putting the stone back in the asteroid. That's why Koopa needed me, right?" But then Luigi pulls the stone out of it anyway. She doesn't even do that.
Yeah, she just, as long
With
as
like
she's
a
touching him,
card
he
net
can
puller.
do it. But her little hands,
Is that
She
what it
wasn't
is?
strong enough.
Shit.
Well, that's the power of love, Candice.
Yeah.
she's got to be the power behind the man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it doesn't
Yeah, she's
matter
the princess,
because the
not the
worlds
queen.
start merging anyway, and this is where Koopa and Mario end up in Brooklyn.
Again,
And-
really fucking good. These effects stand up with fucking Endgame.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they fucking hold up. It looks good because then the World Trade Center buildings turning into Koopa's tower. So Koopa technically responsible for 9/11.
It was Koopa
Yeah.
Troopas. It wasn't planes.
I knew
It was the
all along.
paratroopers.
Listen,
It was
we all know that jet
paratroopers
fuel
with the
can't
red
melt
ones.
steel beams.
But those fireballs can.
Yeah, but those bullet bills that collided into the building, Now, nobody please go make a video replacing the planes with bullet bills. That seems insensitive.
Too soon.
So don't do that. It is too soon, Terry. That's very good. Since the Mario movie, not since 9/11.
Nah.
So then this is what he de-evolves with the monkey.
Turns into a chimp. A toothless chimp, too.
So stupid.
The suit fits him a little bit better, though.
It does, yeah. So Scapelli gets devolved into a toothless
The thing's only
chimp.
got like 2 or 3 teeth in its head.
Yeah.
Candice, you don't want it biting you, right?
But I was like, why doesn't it have teeth? How did it lose them? Like, naturally, or...?
Well, maybe Scapelli had some fake teeth or something, so when you de-evolve...
Oh, yeah,
those
that's what he
fall
really
out.
looks like.
So.
No fillings back in the prehistoric times, right?
Yeah, yep. So now Scapelli's is a banana ice cream company.
Oh.
They're not plumbers anymore, I guess. Also, everybody thinks it's hilarious that Scapelli got turned into a monkey.
Except
Nobody
for
seems to have a
Goose.
real problem with it.
I'd be kind of like freaking out. That's kind of like a god type of thing, right?
Yeah, turning a man into a
Yeah,
monkey,
they're not
Tim,
freaking
that,
out.
I mean, I
would be
saw a woman
freaking
turned
out.
into a gorilla in Atlantic City,
God
but
Yeah, and you still freak out about it.
God damn! I swear to God, it was like the best. To this day, it was the best fucking special effects I've ever seen in my life because I was there. I saw it with my own 2 fucking eyes.
Tim saw a magician do the weird, like, drop a curtain on a person in a cage and then pull it away.
Never dropped. They were always in that cage. So they were doing flashing light. Their strobe lights were going on, but there was never a part where she was not visible and then she just slowly turned into the gorilla.
Well,
Gorilla breaks out of that fucking cage and comes running into the fucking audience.
well, clearly they just had Koopa back there with his
That's what the
de-evolution.
strobing lights were.
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls it the Prestige. So
every show we need somebody else to de-evolution.
yeah, and then they just kill the monkeys or sell them to Michael Jackson, or sell them to that one, the chick in Florida that remember that her friend came over and the monkey ate her friend's
Yeah,
face.
that's what I told you. That's why that monkey had no fucking teeth. They learned their lesson.
That's true, yeah. Because the guy ended up looking like the fucking dude from Hannibal the movie.
Yeah,
True.
Gary Oldman's
Yeah.
character.
That was pretty rough, man. Yeah,
It seemed
yeah.
like a good
Ugh.
idea at the time.
Yeah, Candice, not the Italian police detectives.
Underrated. I like
It's
that.
all right.
movie.
The book was better.
Yeah,
I think
book was
what
better.
happened is it. As good as Julianne Moore is, and she's a great fucking actress, you just can't put her in
Yeah,
that
you
role.
can't switch out that role,
that
yeah.
soon. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she did have Ray Liotta to play off of, though.
true.
so
That's right. Yeah.
that was good watching him get his fucking brain.
Well, that is a way
So
to make
Koopa
you eat
goes
your
to-
own words. Yeah.
It's true, yeah. So Koopa goes to zap Mario with a super scope, but Luigi pulls the stone thing out just in time, and we cut to the Babam still walking around.
That's a great bomb. That thing is
And,
loyal. It is on a mission and it will not be stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. So then dude in a car slams on the fucking brakes, and Mojo Nixon Goomba hands Daisy a de-evolution gun, then starts playing some music and gets all the other fucking Goombas dancing. So it's handy that they gave him...
because
Little
everybody
did-
loves to dance. We already
Little
established
did
that.
Koopa know that giving Mojo Nixon de-evolved Goomba a neck-mounted harmonica
Yeah,
would end up
that's what
being
would
his
bite him in the
undoing.
It's
ass.
fucking Mojo, so yeah.
Yeah. So then they're all dancing. Then everybody they both blast Koopa with the de-evolution gun. And he actually, I guess the guns are more powerful than the chair thing.
Well, they cross
because
streams.
this actually
They
works.
devolve him so hard he turns into primordial ooze.
Yeah, he just turns into a slime mold and falls to the ground. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess the king dude then re-evolves just automatically.
Again, a great fucking effect.
It did look good. They never explained it, but that's, I guess, maybe now that Koopa's dead.
He's like
it's
a vampire or something, right? If you killed a dinosaur that almost took over your civilization, you go back from being a fungus?
Yeah. Lance Henriksen's cameo.
Yep.
King Bowser.
King Bowser.
Okay, what was he doing at this time?
I don't know. Like, what the hell is he doing in this movie, right? For the 10 seconds he's in this movie.
It's so funny.
I guess his kids needed shoes too.
Well, for 10 seconds, maybe they needed socks.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe new shoelaces. Yeah. I did like that they played Walk the Dinosaur for this. It's a fun little thing. So yeah, Mario and Luigi, they fly around with the fun boots on for a good time. Daisy opens up the portal to return him home, and she says, "Well, I can't return. See, I finally have a father in my life.
I don't need boyfriends anymore.
Need to fill that void with you, Luigi."
I'm not going to be a stripper.
Yeah.
Even though my name's Daisy.
Right now, I can. That's a good point, Candice. Even though your name's Candice. It's not Candy, it's Candice, so you're safe. It could be worse. It could be Sierra. So,
Skylar.
Then Porsche.
Oh yeah,
that's a rough one. Mercedes.
Oh, Mercedes. Yeah. That's
a rough one. Nobody ever names their kid Rolls Royce
or Bentley.
Or Bentley.
No, I'm sure
there probably are.
Bentley's a fucking little fucking snot-nosed asshole fucking teenage kid name though.
Yeah, that's a guy. That's a little snotty guy, like a Chauncey.
Like Chauncey.
These
are my sons, Chauncey and Bentley.
And when I was growing up, there used to be a fucking newscaster here in New York. I think his full name was Chauncey Phillips.
Wow,
Chauncey.
What a fussy name. So yeah, then they kiss and. Because Luigi wants to fuck, so I'm saying, look, he should just stay in Koopa Land.
At least get, how fast do you have to
They're
pee,
heroes.
Right?
They're set for life if they stay down there.
Yeah, Mario could hang out and
I think
bang
they're pretty
Bertha.
set for life up there too, Candice, right?
Well, they have evolution guns that they could bring to Earth now.
They could take over the Earth.
Maybe they could go over to New Jersey and clean it up.
I think New Jersey
evolve everybody a little. Oh, they've been hit with the de-evolution. They got a reverse polarity. They could blast them all the way up to Manhattan level. So then we cut back to them, and I guess Luigi having a girlfriend in the Mushroom Kingdom is kind of like having a Canadian girlfriend. You know, you wouldn't know her. So. Then we cut back to Luigi's watching his conspiracy show again, and they're all like, and by the way, the Mario brothers went to another dimension and saved the day. As a matter of fact, I'd call them the Super Mario brothers.
Was this a local newscast or was it an episode of that show? That's what confused me, because Luigi's like, hey, look, Mario, we're on an episode
Miraculous
of the
World.
Supernatural
Good question,
show.
Terry. Yeah, is this something that they're doing live? Are they showing up on the scene as news is happening, or is it?
I guess so, yeah. I guess it's like the Dickhead Baggins guy that would do like live episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we were on location. Maybe it was one of those.
Dickhead Baggins.
Yeah.
I call them the Super Mario Brothers. It's fantastic.
And just then, the best, like, stupid teaser for a sequel, Daisy popping in.
Yeah, she, like, kicks down the door.
And bam! And she's like, you guys are never going to believe this. And it's everything but them looking at each other and saying, oh, shit, here we go again.
Yeah. Did you see the after-credit scene? Yep.
No, I did not.
There is an after-credit scene, and it has Iggy Koopa, and he's talking about, like, his future and, like, how he's going to become the new hero. And that, like, they're going to make a video game based on him, and it's going to be called Iggy Koopa Super Troopa. Yeah.
How fucking far? Because I watched the credits and I was fast forwarding by 15 seconds. I didn't see anything, and I just stopped after a while.
Yeah.
How fucking late is this after credit scene?
It's.
I think it just happened, Tim. It's so late after the credits that it.
I don't know. I just fast forwarded to after the credits, and boom, there it was.
Yeah, it's there. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm
the way at the end of the credits. Like the last credits are rolling and then they show. They're not doing like a MCU
where it shows like the Dolby Digital symbol.
3 minutes of credits and then the commercial. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at them, and it's 2 Japanese guys come in to talk to them, and they're like, "We want to make a game based on your adventure."
Because I was waiting for the after credit scene, I saw that it was partly filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. Represent.
Jesus.
Yeah, the sewer part.
Yeah,
that's now
the big joke is that you only see like the camera on the 2 like Japanese game developers, and they're like, "We would like to make a video game about your adventures," and like you think the joke is going to be, "Oh, they're approaching the Mario Brothers," but nope, they're talking to Iggy and Spike.
Which, by the way, give me the Iggy and Spike game.
Seriously.
They could. All they're doing is going out trying to preach communist propaganda.
Yeah.
They cashed a lot of checks with their ass that their mouth couldn't cash, but we're the opposite of that.
Very true.
My brain's shutting down.
So that's all right, Candice, because you know what? That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Thank God.
No
end
more
of the
lives
movie,
left.
end of the episode.
End of show.
No continues. You got to start over from the beginning. So, at the very beginning of the movie, Mario. So, man, Terry, buddy, thank you so much for joining us to talk Mario.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
It's been a pleasure. I got to ask, is there anything on the internet you would like us to pay attention to?
Well, most recently, I was on the grind bin for the first episode of Camvember. We talked about the 1995 movie Jacko, and I think that episode turned out quite good.
That is good. That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. But that's like my most recent thing for right now. So yeah, my only plug.
It's always crazy. Terry's either on like the most innocent of movies or the most fucked up movies.
Yep, that's how I do business. I have no in-betweens.
Yeah, he's like the Two-Face of the grind bin.
The duality of man. I'm either talking shit like Centerfold Girls or Toolbox Murders, or I'm just talking about, silly 90s video game movie.
Yeah, exactly. So what about you, Tim?
Just as always, pay attention to us. Give us 5 stars on whatever you listen to. Donate money to our Patreon. Get access to almost 8,000 movies pretty soon, right? Plus movies on request.
We are. Yeah. We're now at 7,030 movies.
Look at that. Before you know, before the year's out, we're gonna hit what? I'll bet before the year's out, I bet you we hit 9,000. How's that for a goal, right?
We could, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We're definitely adding them fucking fast. That's for sure.
I do know for a fact that now the episode about Adventures in Dinosaur City with everything I learned from movies is officially out.
It is out.
You can now listen to
look
it.
How that turned out. Yeah. Dinosaurs everywhere for you, Candice.
Oddly connected with this episode. So if you want to hear me talk more about dinosaurs and something called a Soar City, then listen to that.
Oh God! I have a feeling you made some kind of vagina joke with Soar City.
I think I made a lot of anal jokes.
Something about
there you go. Yeah, there you go. Makes sense.
It was nicknamed Soar City for all of the cold sores on it or whatever.
If by the time if it's the third time you visit that city, you better be getting it. Yeah.
The population counters on a whiteboard for her, so she can always just erase it real quick and add another number. So yeah, hey, if you want to hear more fun jokes like that one, you could tune in to me and Ed and Matt on campus, where Matt was talking about how he almost died, and the podcast and the movie are literally the only things keeping him alive now.
It's real power.
So we got Matt and we got Heart Attack Guy.
No, Matt is he's Heart Attack Guy too. So we got 2 of them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
We never have a heart attack. You know what? This is a great teaser. If you want to know what's wrong with Matt's heart, listen to the episode.
No,
I'm a marketing
you tried
genius.
to make it look like he had a heart attack so you could get to the top of the podcast charts. It was a dead man on campus setup.
Candice.
Oh, so listen to that on iHeartRadio, right?
iHeartless Radio. Or you could listen to our bonus episodes by subscribing to patreon.com/bloodybits. We were going to record one today, but Daniel has a hangover.
I think Daniel opened up that box.
Next week.
Oh, that's what happened. Yep.
Oh, yeah. The box from the episode. You can tune in and find out what that's all about.
Daniel has a hangover.
Get access to the blood.
Daniel has a hangover. So do I, bitch. It's no excuse.
Yeah, this is a full
Better
episode.
get on here.
Well, Terry, some of us are a little more professional than others. So I, again, thank you very much. And you can get access to the blood bank with over 7,030 movies, TV shows, all sorts of crazy shit. Recently added, Tim, Supercock.
Yes,
oh, man,
I saw that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie, I immediately clicked on that when I saw that name because I was like, what is this movie about? I clicked on it.
It's about an American cowboy in the Philippines who gets mixed up in cockfighting.
Not the Supercock you think it would be.
Not the other
thing.
thing.
It came out in the
American
70s
cowboy
and it's called Supercock. What did you think I thought it was going to be?
A cockfighting movie,
Candice.
What the fuck?
It's not the other kind of surprise cock you might get in the Philippines. Also, Nightmare Symphony from Fulci's screenwriter Anthony Tintori and gore master Damanzio Cristofaro.
Say that 2 times
Nightmare
fast.
Symphony is a reboot of the infamous Nightmare Concert starring Fulci itself.
Huh?
Fulci itself? Okay. Here we will see spelled wrong, and horror director of his Sumset Boulard. Okay, I think the person who wrote this description had a stroke.
in the box.
Facing the worst nightmares and paranoia to melt the. And then there's nothing else.
Oh, sorry. Just looking at movies in the blood bank.
I think Tim opened the box.
Oh, God.
So you can get access to all that and more at patreon.com/bloodybits. So, Terry, again, thank you so much for joining us. I'd love to have you back on again soon.
Absolutely. Let me know anytime.
Yeah. And so for Candice, Tim, and Terry, folks, I think that this is how we end it.